Balrog, and after a little conversation, you guys decided on having a meeting following morning, and then headed back to the Shaggy Mare. Kind of on the travels there, Leroy came across a noble house, tracked down and got some information from them, who then pointed him in the right direction to the provisioner shop, which was Tiny Shop, and he woke up the provisioner and was able to get some quick information from him around this quest, or this task that the merchants of the town needed done regarding some bandits that seem to be raiding all the provisions coming into town and are causing there to be problems from an economic standpoint, because they're limiting the amount of goods that are coming in, and so it's therefore causing prices to skyrocket. So after that, you guys headed back to the Shaggy Mare, got a room for the night. Owen ended up in bed with Matilda, and everybody else ended up sharing a room. And that's kind of where we left off, unless anybody else thought of something different.
So we're chasing down the GOP?
Yes, essentially. So it's there's a couple different things that that you guys obviously can do, and there's some other things that have popped up as well. So, but yeah. So you guys, anything you guys want to do while you're sleeping before you wake up?
I enjoy sleeping.
So, the only one that had any downtime, obviously, would be Whisper there, since he wasn't there for that last.
Can I show my notes from the dice game?
No, I can't see that. I see them on the camera, but I don't know what the hell that is.
Dice game. That's how we did it.
Oh, it's what you're keeping track of as we were going around?
Yeah. Yep.
But I made that all up off the top of my head, by the way.
I got like
liars.
A flow chart here dedicated to it.
Not the game. I didn't make up the game, but I did make up all their personalities all the way around the table real quick. But it worked out, so that's good.
During my sleep, I want to think very hard of remembering what my first mate's name was.
On which? On the actual
on the Golden Harpy, my first mate. I'm captain.
Oh yeah, instead of calling him Shenanigans like you did last time or whatever. Yeah, you might want to think about that.
I think I said, "Hey, buddy."
He called him something else. I don't remember what it was, but he took offense to it. So yeah. So you wake up the next morning. All of you are crammed into the small room except for Owen, who Owen, you wake up in the morning and kind of happen to roll over. I'm assuming you guys get up relatively early.
I normally do. That's what one does in the city.
All right. And you roll over kind of in bed, and you notice that there's over in the corner of the room, you get this smell of what smells like pipe tobacco. Roll over and you see Matilda in some revealing lingerie type nightgown material, kind of sitting in the chair, indulging in a pipe at a very early hour. You're awake. Thanks for last night.
Thank you, good madam. I appreciate the hospitality.
You come back. You come back anytime you like. You can
Very
stay right here. She pats the bed next to you.
Do you have a bit of that pipe tobacco that I might have? I myself enjoy a good pull in the morning.
She says, "You can have this one." She takes it out of her mouth and hands it over to you.
Very kind, very kind. I like this one. There's good people.
The rest of you wake up to what sounds like maybe quiet whispering in a language you don't understand. Alundo, you do understand it. It seems to be coming from underneath the bed. And you guys take a look, and you see that Haish is underneath there, and he seems to be practicing some sort of strange hand gestures and muttering to himself in some kind of, you assume it's his native tongue, but he's saying words like fire and missile and just anything he can think of. And absolutely nothing is happening. But he's laying on his back under the bed doing this.
Oh, well, that's nice to wake up. How are you doing, little one?
Kind of looks at you hesitantly, crawls out from underneath the bed, looks over at everybody, and just kind of bobs his head a little bit. Aisha's fine.
Oh, very good. Well, we're going to need that spirit for today. We have much work ahead of us.
He just bobs his head.
Guys, have you talked to the blacksmith yet?
I'm sorry, who are you?
It's true. Yeah. Whisper, you've never met this large lion type man who's there. So actually, you wouldn't be there yet. Whisper, you wouldn't have been with them. You would have been probably down in the tavern.
That's fine.
But I'm assuming they're coming down anyway. So you guys get up and head down. I'm assuming to the tavern, or okay, cool.
That's my plan.
You guys all collect kind of in the main room. There's not very many people in here. It's early morning. There's actually a few people that you see come in the doors, go up to the bar, and they seem to converse with Matilda. They have a conversation a little bit, and she seems to be handing over. Looks like bait actually, with big buckets of small fish and some other things, as well as look like maybe lunch for them for the day, kind of a thing, as well as some containers of water and that type of thing, you'd guess. But looks like this is a dual purpose establishment here. She's handing out that stuff as well.
Oh. Before I go, I give Aisha a writing assignment.
He's eager. He sits down in the same booth where you guys were at last night, kind of spreads out at the table, and is waiting for his assignment. So.
Oh. I slept in better beds in my time.
Did you sleep on the floor?
Leroy comes down singing, "The road goes ever on and on, down from the door where it began. Now far ahead the road has gone. I must follow I can."
Wonderful. There's a few people that clearly are picking up supplies for the day that kind of look in your direction, and some of them kind of nod along, and others kind of look at you a little strangely, but nobody gives you a second glance otherwise. So.
Good morning, tavern patrons. A fine day we have ahead of us.
Oh, well, Matt.
You guys see Whisper sitting at a table in there. I'm assuming he's probably got something to eat and drink for the morning there.
Do you have a token for me?
Oh, yeah.
You can just
I think you can clear
drag on, click your name, like you open up the little newspaper icon there on the right side, and then you click on your name and drag it in, and then your icon will show up.
Oh, there we go.
You're huge.
Huge.
You're huge. Oh, I just made you tiny.
Tiny too.
There you go. If anybody doesn't like their token, just let me know. I can change.
I want a 3-headed dragon, please.
No.
Damn.
So, all right, yeah. So you guys are kind of in the tavern, and you guys see Whisper sitting at the table. So.
I will order a lot of breakfast, please.
Isn't that boy Whisper?
I'm sorry, who is this Whisper?
Well, he traveled with us on the boat, and he seemed to got off his way last we seen him.
Ah, indeed. Why don't we invite him over then?
Was that your quiet companion from the other night?
Well, yes.
He is good people.
Guys,
Hello there, dear boy. Is your name Whisper?
guys, I'm gonna go over to Olin and Lundo and ask him, hey, I'll ignore the other two that I don't know. have you guys talked to the blacksmith Thorin Blackbane yet?
No, we have not. We
Leroy gets annoyed actually that you're ignoring him. He's like, "Oh, excuse me, there. I don't believe you. My name is Leroy the Lionheart. How are you doing?"
Apparently, he's involved with making our collars.
Friend, obviously you remember me from the other night we met. I'm Strider.
Strider, sure.
we last night procured ourselves a ship in mostly thanks to Strider's excellent use of dice.
Wonderful. I'll fix it later. But
I wink at Elondo.
the blacksmith.
Leroy looks like he's getting even more annoyed that he's still being ignored, and so he goes ahead and tries to grab. Damn it, he does a terrible job. So he just tries to basically take Whisper by the shoulder and turn him over to him. He's like, "Whisper, I've heard so much about you. Yes, I am so glad to be meeting a new companion."
You feel a tiger's paw kind of land lightly on your shoulder, and you can tell that he probably intended to grab you, but didn't really do a very good job. So it's more of a gesture than he's trying to get your attention. It seems like pawing at your back a little.
I'll kind of twist out of his grip and then step back and just kind of nod at him, but I'm not going to say anything.
Okay.
This one must be shy. I understand. There is no need to be reserved around me. We are all friends here.
Indeed.
So,
I'll just
Whisper,
kind of move around to the other side of the table.
I deduced last time that the symbol that's on our collars is the same symbol that was on the captain's necklace. Hmm?
You figured that out, indeed.
Yes.
Wait, which captain's necklace?
From the ship that we were shanghaied aboard.
Right,
Oh,
from Hogland.
My
from
new
Hogland's
ship he's
Joy.
talking about. Yes, friend Whisper, I had won this ship with the help here, and that's what we had this morning. We're going back to meet my crew. You can join us.
Yes, we're going to meet his fine crew, and then we're going to take out some bandits.
I'll inspect the
The
ship so
guard?
we can fix it.
That's perfect. We're going to have to, take control of this crew. This is going to be a big change for them. So we're going to have to make the transition smooth. I could use your help.
That would be fine. But we gotta talk to Thorin Blackbane about the collars and the different symbols.
That sounds
Aye.
great. That's the first thing that we should do today. We should set off and go talk to the blacksmith.
We should get out early and get started with that so we can still make it to my crew on time.
Yes.
What time did you set up the meeting for, by the way?
We said morning.
Right.
Well, perhaps we can do separate things at once. Perhaps you and I, Strider, can talk to your crew while they talk to this other person.
Aye, we could, Leroy, but I think we might have time for both. I kind of let them to believe I was a pretty late sleeper. They know I had a lot of long nights here since I've been in town, so I don't think they'll be.
Yes, but first impressions are rather important. You don't want to make it seem like you're flaking on them.
I'm gonna go tap Owen's shoulder and say, "Did you find him?"
I don't rightly know. He was just here. And then he was cage fighting last night, and then I don't know what happened to him, and now he's here again. I don't know.
So I kind of just look in everyone's direction besides Leroy and say, "So off to Thorin, guys."
Oh yes. We
Do
should
it.
get going. I've finished my tea now. Let us be off. We can talk to Thorin first, and go to the ship.
Sounds good.
Leroy again looks annoyed that his input wasn't taken, and his face all scrunches up, and he's like, yes, very well, off to this Thorin. If that is what we have all agreed, I have no issues with that whatsoever."
I need to make an insight roll here
Yeah.
to make the on because I really don't want to hurt his feelings all that bad.
What are you trying to find out? Whether he's being truthful or what are you thinking?
Oh well, I mean I think that he's just irritated, but I want to see if it's just posturing or if he really is irritated.
Okay. That's good enough.
Yeah, he does. He's trying to like hold it in, but he's actually like pretty pissed that he's not really taking charge like he wants to, essentially.
Okay.
Fair enough. All right, so you guys head out, I'm assuming.
Let's do it.
All right. You guys the right map. Oh, that's zoomed in. All right. You guys can use whoever's token you want. You guys are standing outside of the Shaggy Mare.
So blacksmith is north, yes?
No, it's south.
No,
Okay.
he's in the northeast.
Oh.
corner.
Yes, I remember.
Oh.
He's south, Alondo, right?
Yes, he's definitely south.
So where do you guys go?
I follow Alondo.
Okay.
I'm obviously incorrect, so I will.
I don't
Oh,
remember where is he?
We went north and we asked about him, and they said, "Oh, he's nowhere near here. He's in the south."
Yeah, he's south. So yeah. That's
was like, "I don't
Tiny's
know why you're
Provisions.
From.
Is that Tiny's Provisions, right?
And then we all said, "Didn't somebody tell us he was in the north?"
Yeah.
You know that the well, I guess I shouldn't say that. One of you knows what Tiny's Provisions is. So.
Yes, Tiny's Provision is where we got our quest from. The man who wants us to take out the bandits.
I thought we were going to the blacksmith.
We are going to the blacksmith. Thorin, where is he at? Where is his? We're just gonna have to ask. Let's act like we never heard of this Thorin before.
I'm just gonna start walking towards where he works.
Okay.
I walk up to the first person I see in front of us and ask him where Thorin the blacksmith is.
There's a few people that are just starting to pull out their carts.
Literally the first person.
What you figured out so far is that kind of the main area for trade and goods and carts and the rest seems to be down by the docks. That's where most of the people congregate. So there's somebody that just happens to be kind of walking in between the buildings, between the inn and those houses there. He's pulling a cart. It looks like turnips, actually. And you stop him, and he says, "Yes."
I've quite the recipe for turnips.
Well, they're very inexpensive, sir.
Okay, how can we decrease the size of our? How do we decrease the size of our tokens?
Click on it and then grab one of the corners and pull it in. And you gotta hold down Shift though if you want to make it an odd size because it'll automatically snap.
We can't decrease the size of our own tokens.
Oh, you
Only the
can't?
DM can do that. Yes.
I got it. Sorry. There you go. How's that? I'll make.
That's good.
Doesn't really matter on here, but
Well,
that's cool.
yes. How much are they?
Oh, for you, sir, since I haven't even set up my cart yet, and you seem to be fellow brethren of the culinary arts. Like he's an older guy too. He says, we'll say 5 copper for 3 turnips.
Oh, take.
Oh, he grabs he looks. You can see him sets down his cart and he starts digging around underneath it, looking for something. He comes out with it's kind of a burlap.
Do I see Alondo buying stuff?
Yeah, you would. Yep.
I'm like, oh, Alondo, please, I got that for you. How much is it there, sir?
I've already paid him.
Yeah, you see the money's kind of changed hands, but you're quickly handing out, and he's.
Well,
Well,
I
thank
got you covered next time. No worries.
That is very
The old man
generous
says,
of you.
I have more if you'd like to purchase some yourself, sir.
Sure. What do you have?
I've got turnips. You can see there's a whole cartload of turnips. That's what it is, turnips. And they look pretty rough. Like they're pretty tiny, pretty small. They don't look rotten or anything that way, but they don't look like they're a very healthy crop. Let's call it that way. They're pretty small.
Right. I don't want to know
Leroy
about
just
that.
says, perhaps another time. I have business to attend to.
So I walk. I'm like obviously right in the group too, and like because I was just talking to him, and as they walk away, I say, "Sir, let me see your best turnip. I want to see the best turnip you have."
He says, well, they're all fine. Give me a moment. And you see him just start rooting through them. He starts looking through the pile, separating some, digging in there, and he comes up with one that's about the size of your fist. It's a pretty good sized turnip. It's in pretty good shape. It's better than the majority of them there for sure. He's like, this would be my prize turnip. And for you, 1 silver for this one, sir.
1 silver.
It
How
is the
about-
prize turnip. You said you wanted the best I had.
Am I gonna? Is this turnip worth it? Is this turnip really worth 1 silver?
Who are you asking?
Yeah, the turnip seller.
Sir, your friends have been more than kind to me. I wouldn't cheat anyone here. This turnip is the best that I have. Therefore, it is a little more than the others.
All right,
Let
you've
me
talked
take a
me
look.
into it, son.
I'm gonna
Here's-
take a look over at that turnip, make sure.
Here's the silver. I flip him the silver. I take the turnip and I right away take a bite out of it as I walk away.
Oh, he said, you won't regret it, sir. I have the best turnips in town.
Oh, can't
Did
wait.
you ask him anything? You guys were going to ask him something, weren't you? Right, rather than just buy turnips.
I thought you answered, and I asked him, and you said it was down by the docks.
I didn't say a word. You're making stuff up now?
Oh yes. Do you know where the blacksmith? What is this fellow's name?
Kind of looks at you oddly. Are you new to town? You're not sure where the blacksmith is? Oh.
I was going to
well-
suggest we follow the sound.
Well, welcome to our fair village here.
Thank you.
Thorin's shop is hard to miss. It's if you head north of here,
Oh,
you'll see a guild hall on your left, and his shop is the large building on the right. And you're right. If you follow the sound, you will definitely find him. And I'm sure he's already hard at work.
oh, and, what is your name, kind sir?
I am Alfred.
Alfred? Well, kind to meet you. And do you live in town?
I do. My house is just around the corner, actually. This is I lease a small plot of land from the magistrate outside of town, and I try to grow as many crops as I can to make a living, and things have been a little rough, but we're getting by.
Oh, yes. Perhaps we should have. Maybe we should break bread together sometime.
I would enjoy that.
Okay.
Where are you staying?
We're at the Shaggy Marion.
He says, "Oh, of course. If you're from out of town, it'd be the only place you would stay in town." Well, I'll stop by this evening if you're there, and maybe we can have a meal.
Oh, that sounds like a good time. And maybe we could discuss all the shagging you've gotten in.
His eyes, he kind of gives you a sideways blank. It's been a number of years since I've partaken in any shagging, but I suppose with a few drinks, I'd be willing to share some of my adventures.
Oh, that's splendid. Well, we have to go talk to the blacksmith and then to our ship later, but we'll see you later tonight, Alfred.
Indeed. Well met, my friend. And he picks up his cart and starts heading towards the dock.
Oh, that was a fine fellow. Now, where were we?
Londo's got a date.
It's an old man day, totally different.
They're going to McDonald's to have coffee later.
That's right.
That's it,
Yep.
exactly.
That's awesome.
So
Yep. You head up. I assume you continue on. You guys head north.
onward.
I'm already at the farrier shop.
You're across the ferry. Okay. So you're across over at the farrier shop. It kind of as you head up towards the, you do see the guild hall over on as you head up the main thoroughfare there. See the guild hall on your left side there. And there's some activity in the yard now. It is a little bit. It's just past first light, and you can see that there's someone in similarly dressed to how Leroy's dressed actually in scale mail, kind of walking up and down the rows, and it looks like there's a group of about 15 people out there that are in the process of doing some calisthenics. Looks like, and he's yelling, kind of calling out the cadence for the exercises that they're doing, and they seem to be all dressed in very similar. Looks like not quite leather, kind of partial leather, a leather breastplate, and then kind of just regular greaves. And the breastplates all have that same symbol you guys saw, which is also flying on the flag above the guild hall, and it's posted above the door as well.
The octopus symbol, or is it the
No,
sword?
the other one. I can again.
The tiger head?
Yeah,
Nope.
it's a sword.
There's so many symbols.
Oh, the one
So-
that I didn't see before?
You probably didn't see it. That's what I'm going to show it to you
I
guys.
got it.
Yep. You guys see that?
Yep.
Oh,
So that's supposed to.
and whisper, know something. Here, this is a note. We have. Show you the bounty note.
Oh yeah, I should show them that too. There you go.
Suppose you should know this, since it's your head on the line. Well, can you read?
If it's uncommon, I can, yes.
It is. It is in common. It is in common.
So we've got a bounty on our head? Or to participate in the games? Is that what that is? Oh, because we're slaves?
Yeah, I suppose so. I'm not sure what it means exactly.
Are you okay?
Also, that symbol of the lion head. Look here at the collars. You'll see the symbol there.
Gotcha.
Yep, it is there as well. You
Not
notice
sure
that.
of the exact meaning.
From when I was out on the town last night, a lot of sailors started talking about how Thorin might be involved with making the collars. And all the symbols are always different, so we might have some information.
Oh, indeed. That's why we're going. Let us get to it.
All right. So you head that direction. You head north. You see, like I said, the people in the yard over there, and then directly across to the east, you see, in fact, what is definitely a blacksmith shop, and you can, in fact, hear a blacksmith at work coming from over that direction.
Is it the one marked purple?
The one that has the drawings on it now? Yeah, that one.
Oh,
Walk
suppose
over.
This is it.
There's, as you kind of walk in that direction, you notice that the front door is pretty wide open. You can see, looks like the front of the shop is an actual shop in the front of it, and then it looks, you can kind of see into the inside through some of the windows that are there. That the out back appears to be the actual forge, and where it appears to be the noise is coming from. But the door to the shop in the front is open.
Shall we go?
You got that in, or-
Do it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Go in. I'm gonna send my bat or circle the area to looking back. What was that?
I don't know. That was like a robot. That was cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna send my bat in to look around the shop real quick before we. Well,
Okay.
as we step in or something.
All right. Yeah. You step in to the shop and send the bat around. There's definitely somebody at work at the forge in the back. I have that.
You want me to roll a perception check?
You don't need to. He's not hiding or anything. Just working at the forge.
Yeah, I'm also looking for anyone that might be following us or trailing us. Or
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
any
I mean, I
suspicious
could be using
activity.
my passive perception for that.
That's good. Yep, yeah. But passive wise, that's cool. If you want to roll an actual perception check, you definitely can. There, Elondo.
Alright, I do it through my bat and...
Okay.
15.
You don't think anybody's
It was-
following you?
Actually, it's 22 was the... I rolled it twice.
Yeah, that's what I went with.
Good.
Yeah, you don't think anybody's following you.
That's good. Oh, I should have did that in the tower. Oh well.
It's fine. So you go around the back and you see what appears to be a very, very large, in width dwarf. He's got a typical brown beard. He's kind of balding on the top, and he's got looks like he's pretty scarred. He's got one eye that's pretty milky. He's got some scarring across his face. He's got a pipe clenched in his teeth as he's hammering on the forge, just wailing on things in the back. Actually, I got a picture of him.
I like this guy already.
And before I follow the other guys in, I kind of stop to think about how I like the turnip I'm finishing now.
It's pretty tasty, actually, for a turnip. If that's to your taste. Good shape. Not making you sick by any means.
All right, and I finish it up before I go in, and I kind of just toss it on the ground out front with left.
Okay. Let's see, 1 second. As you guys kind of walk into the shop, Whisper and Strider, you guys both notice that there's right at the edge of the doorway as you guys are kind of walking in, about 2 foot in or so, there appears to be a very, very fine, looks like tripwire running across the ground between the one table there and across to the wall. Very, very small.
Where did we walk in?
Right in where Leroy is. I'll just make it where this is right here. That's
Okay.
the entrance. Yeah, there's a
And
door.
it's running from the table in front of us, or the table to the right?
I'll draw you a line. It runs pretty much about like that across that.
Okay.
Did anybody walk ahead of us already? Everyone's right there?
Nobody tripped it yet. You guys kind of walked in, and you guys were the first to kind of
Yeah,
walk in.
Oh,
kinda-
where's,
I would just go
where's
right
the
away.
entrance at?
It's right down here. This is the entrance.
I would just stop everybody, yell right away, "Whoa, guys, whoa!"
Oh,
I'll,
hey.
I'll walk up to it.
Hey, shh, don't yell about it. Just point. Look,
Oh, whoa.
don't yell about it.
I don't think that's anything to worry about. That's probably just to tell them that someone's in the store. Much like a bell on a door.
I don't know about you. I'm going to step over it. If you want to trip it and let them know you're here, go for it.
Sure. I have my bat land on it and wiggle it.
Okay. Yeah, the bat lands on it, and its weight's enough to kind of bring it down out of range a little bit. And you hear a tone that goes off in the shop somewhere. You don't actually see the source of it anywhere, but you do hear it's pretty loud, and you actually hear like it seems like the noise is coming from back kind of in the forge a little bit, and that's where the tone is coming from anyways. And once you do that, you hear the hammering kind of stop. You hear it sounds like something being set back down on top of an anvil, and the door in the back pops open, and in comes a large dwarf, very, very wide, not very tall, tall for a dwarf, but not very tall in comparison to some of you guys. But he comes wandering in. He's got a leather apron on, and is pretty dirty, and you can tell he's been already at work at the forge for a while. Comes wandering in, and he says, "Customers already. I was surprised to hear you guys were already here. A bit early for customers, but what can I be doing for you?"
I say,
Comes in-
well, Matt,
yeah. counter here.
And I say dwarven greeting, like, may your beard always light your forge. Maybe that's a dwarven greeting or something. I don't know. I say it in
Dwarvish?
dwarven. Yeah.
Okay. He nods his head. Been a while since I've encountered folk who could speak the language of the native tongue. What can I be doing for you folks?
Well, you see, we have a predicament. We have these collars around our neck, and we're wondering if you knew anything about them.
He takes a look at you guys, and you see that maybe for the first time he's kind of taking a hard look at each one of you. Says, "You boys have gotten yourself into some trouble, I see. Let me take a better look. Come back in the forge." Turns around and walks back towards the forge area.
All right. Where's that at?
You guys follow?
Yeah, sure.
What's up?
Insight check.
Yeah, go ahead.
No.
You know nothing.
I know nothing.
Yeah, you think you
Oh,
think
this
he's
is
just trying to be
plus
helpful?
Huge. This.
Quite the impressive forge you have here, good sir.
Indeed, it is. When you guys walk in, you guys have seen, some of you have seen other forges, and this is a large forge. You know, it easily is set up for probably a dozen people to be working at any given time. You see kind of a stack, like you can see in the picture there. There's some shields that are piled up in that corner. There's some pole arms. There's some other weapons that are in the process of being worked on. Some tables there. There's some other equipment on the table over in the other direction there. This forge is pretty nicely built. You wouldn't say it's luxurious, but it definitely is very finely done. You can tell just by looking around that the stonework is done well, and that it definitely was built to last. There's no doubt about that.
I'm gonna look for any lion symbols.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check. You don't see anything. You do see some stuff that's got some symbols that are carved into some of the weapons that are around, but you don't see anything with that lion symbol on it.
Okay. I'm gonna take note of those symbols.
Okay.
Oh, yes. And does he lead us somewhere or something? There he is.
He just walks over to here. I just want to put a token out there real quick so you guys knew where the hell he was. He kind of walks over to this table over here. This looks like kind of a makeshift, almost like a furnace, like a blast furnace so much, but it doesn't appear to be on right now. So it's kind of got a flat surface on the top. And he says, "Move over here." There seems to be a beam of light kind of coming down. You look from above, and the roof's actually wide open here, letting in a lot of natural light. One of you step up and let me take a look at one of those collars.
Leroy steps up first.
Can I roll perception just to see if anything else weird's going on here? Like I'm kind of like looking around to see if everything looks legit, and if anything like looks strange out of the ordinary.
Yeah, you can, sure. Why don't you roll that one in the tower?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have rolled in the top too. Yeah.
I drag it on that, just the word tower, right?
You gotta click the button that says tower.
Yeah, and then you
Then
gotta
you
put in
manually-
your bonus yourself.
You gotta manually enter.
You gotta do this manually? I need a calculator or something.
Listen,
You got a Java app?
I had to write that script for that little button to
If
pop
it
up.
says, well, you suck because it doesn't figure it out. If it rolled right, it's great. What do I type in? 5, the number next to perception?
Yep,
And then just hit submit, right?
got it. Okay, cool. I see
You have
it.
to use your basic programming skills.
Listen, that was tough for me. Been a few years. You think everything's on the up and up. It doesn't look like anything's out of the ordinary for what you'd expect. I mean, there's nothing there that's obvious. So he takes out what appear to be a pair of spectacles, puts them kind of on his nose, one of them you can see is a lot thicker than the other, and kind of takes a hard look at your collar. He grabs a hold of the collar and kind of roughly turns it. You can feel your neck kind of getting shifted around a little bit as he does so, mumbling under his breath, "Fine craftsmanship." You can see he kind of groans a little bit as he spins the collar slightly and sees that symbol on there, and kind of lets you go kind of roughly and says, "You boys are really stepped in it."
It's the same symbol that's on this necklace, and I show him the necklace.
He's so proud
And,
of that.
and where did you get that?
Came from the neck of the sea captain, what kidnapped us and who we slew and left to sink to the bottom of the sea in a storm.
So we don't know who took us, really.
Shook his head and shakes his head. Well, at least you disposed of him the right way. Glad to hear it.
What
Who
is
being
this?
that captain? Do you remember his name?
This boat was the Hogland's Joy.
Might not be familiar. He must be one of the newer ones.
He was like a hobgoblin or something.
Hobgoblin. He says,
Don't have
"Well,
a
I can be
feeling.
telling you a little bit about your jewelry there. That'd be what they call a slaver's noose. And that's what the slavers use to control their soon-to-be prisoners. What you've got there are made by some of the most notorious slavers out here. They're from the Hellcats."
Thorin, of
And
course, a mighty blacksmith like you might have an idea how we might rid ourselves of these.
he says, "Unfortunately, it won't be anything you'll be removing or I'll be removing. You need to find the scallywag who put them on you to begin with."
And there's no way around that. No other way we can get these off, Thorin. You must know some tricks.
Oh, I'm sure there's some strong magic that may be able to break this. But the only conventional means I know is to find that person that's responsible and make them take it off one way or another.
Well, I think my quiet friend here already may have let you on to this, but we don't know who put these on us. How do you think we're going to be able to find them? What do you recommend?
Well, if I was you, I'd get that off sooner than later. They've got a time frame before they tend to cut their losses, if you know what I mean.
So, whose symbol is this? What's this? Does this lead you to who put this on us? Can you tell from the symbol?
Well, we know that these are the nooses from the Hellcats. So
We
I'd
must-
go find the Hellcats if I was
Yes,
you.
We must find these Hellcats. Do you know where they be?
I have an idea if they've not picked up and moved from their original landing.
Well, would you mind telling us?
No offense, friend, but I not be knowing you from anyone else. So if you're looking for my help in my town, you're gonna need to prove that you're worth the effort.
Of course, prove that we're worth it. That is what we do best, my friend.
Well,
Tell us what's your wish, and we will grant it.
Thorin, I want you to know that we're already working hard to rid the town of the thugs that have been robbing merchants like you on the road coming to town.
Yes, this is true.
So you've heard of the bandit problem we have.
Yeah,
Indeed.
we're going to take care of that for the town.
Since you guys are all chiming in, somebody make a would it be persuasion? Yeah,
Well, I
that's
got a 20.
that'll
oh
work.
my god.
That works. He says, "You seem like fair, folk. And I don't want you to be blindsided for the errand that you've been sent out on. It is true, we've got the problem with bandits. But I will be telling you that there's more to it than what it seems. Just be aware when you're out there. These are more than just common thieves you're dealing with. You be wary. You take care of that problem. You come back and see me, and I'll do whatever I can to help you get rid of those collars.
My good man, surely you could tell us a bit more about the bandits we're about to face.
Good call.
You can roll again if you guys want. You can do persuasion, yeah.
Yes, and perhaps there will be something in it for you. Perhaps I will be willing to spend a few coins on your fine workshop.
He says, those bandits that you're going to be dealing with, he kind of looks around to make sure nobody else is kind of paying attention, even though you guys are the only ones in the shop. And those bandits are not individuals, so to speak. They've been instructed to perform their actions. None of us have been able to find proof, of course, to take action on it, but I believe that the Regent's got a hand in it.
Oh. Yes.
Who's the Regent?
He is the fellow that talked to the second mate of the ship we came off of. When we first came into the warehouse, that is the man that I posed to be.
Oh, gotcha. Thank you.
The guy's in purple.
Or did you say that out loud, by the way? Were you close enough to say that with everybody? With him, Thorn, or no?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I don't think I
He
care.
he looks in your direction. You've met the Regent.
Well, we didn't quite meet him. We sort of spied on him.
He never comes out of that manor house. I can't believe that he's
Oh, well, his assistant.
So you've met the magistrate,
Hmm.
Petri.
Oh, yes, that's right. It was the magistrate.
Foul creature.
Even pretended to be him with a spell or two.
Well, I hope you
Very
sullied.
talented wizard.
I hope you sullied its reputation. Then he's about as horrible as he gets, spineless.
And tell me,
Petrel's all.
what does he do in town that is spineless?
He's the Regent's lackey. Whatever needs to be done, or whatever needs managing, he takes up the mantle for the Regent.
Yes, and who are his primary contacts?
The Regent, or the Magistrate.
Yes,
He kind of just looks at you.
the more I know about him, the more I can soil his image.
As much as I'd like to see that done, as I said, you seem like fine fellows, but I'm going to need a little show of good faith that you really are interested in the state of this town and fixing things here before I'm going to divulge all the secrets here. So,
Oh yes, indeed.
Sir, is there something in particular that we could help you with that might show a good faith?
Yes.
as you said,
I believe he simply wants us to take down these bandits, and then we will have all the good faith we are here for.
I am a merchant, but I feel responsible for this town. So, if you could settle that, clear it up once and for all, that'll go a long way towards my faith in you.
Okay, then. Guess it's decided. We need to get some equipment before we go. This is probably the place. If you fine gentleman would like to buy anything, I think maybe that would be the time.
He says, "Indeed, I've got wares for sale. I'll head back up front if you need anything. If not, I'll be working back here in the forge."
Leroy says, well, thank you for your time. I have everything I will need.
Let me see one more second. Strider and Whisper, as you guys have spent some time in there kind of discussing with Thorin, you do notice that Thorin does not look like a typical blacksmith, just from his build, the way that he carries himself, and kind of his mannerisms. You obviously can tell he is a blacksmith. He's doing blacksmith, but that does not appear to be. He doesn't appear that all to be what he is. You know, it seems to be there's more to him than that.
Does he look like? I mean, so what do we see specifically? There's more to him because he's muscular, because he's built, because he's big.
He just looks really scarred. He looks really scarred. He looks like somebody who's been in a lot of battles and a lot of fighting. He looks like, and the way that he kind of handles the hammer and the equipment around the shop, you can tell that he's got a certain amount of grace and fluidity to his motion, and the rest that doesn't really mesh with, a typical blacksmith.
Does he have any weird marks on his neck?
No. You don't see anything there that would, nothing that you'd say that would be any sort of a strange scar or anything like that.
Is he working at all, or is he kind of just walking around the shop with us?
He is. He's walking over to the. Looks like he's picking up a piece of equipment over there. Looks like it might be a pole armor of some sort, and he's going to take it to the forge to get back to work on it.
I'm gonna go ask him what his favorite weapon is.
Okay. You kind of whisper it in his ear.
What's your favorite weapon, sir?
He kind of looks in your direction. There'll be many, but I'll show her. I'll show her to you. He walks up front. He goes up to the counter up front and kind of goes down below it. I'm assuming you guys walk out there with him, and reaches down below the counter and pulls out. It's a double-bladed. Looks like a battle axe, but it's got an extremely long shaft on it, almost like a halberd, but it's double-bladed. It's actually almost twice as tall as he is. And you can tell that it's extremely well made. And says, "This be the family heirloom that we be named after. This be Blackbane." And you can tell it's an extremely nice weapon. Some runes carved in the side of it. The shaft appears to be made out of metal as well, some dark obsidian kind of metal you're not familiar with. And the blade looks extremely sharp, although it does look like it's pretty well worn. The blade itself has got some nicks and the rest in it, but the edge of the blade that is not nicked is extremely sharp. You can tell. This be my pride and joy.
Looks like a fine weapon, sir.
So wonderful.
Thank you for asking. I don't get to bring her out very often. He takes it, puts it back under the counter.
Far too big for me, though.
Puts it under the counter. Anything you guys be needing before I head back to the forge and back to work? Well,
No, I guess not. I have to thank you again.
says, safe journeys. I'll see you upon your return. Sure. He heads to the back.
All right, I say bye in Dwarven.
He replies.
Well, that
Sounds
was
like we need to go smash some heads in.
that was a fine fellow.
Okay. What do you guys do now?
It sounds like it's clobbering time. So
Well,
we need to find some stray cats and beat their heads in.
Sweet.
yes, but first we must go meet with the boat. Otherwise, I think the crew will get not so happy.
You're
Yeah,
wise.
it's you haven't spent a whole lot of time, so it's it would still be considered morning right now, based on your current
What time are we
whatever
supposed to meet the people the boat?
Morning.
morning.
Well, let's just head to the boat real quick, and better you can say what you have to say, and hopefully all is well, and we can be off.
So I kind of like look over at Leroy. And, hey, Leroy, you
Ah, yes, fine, sir. What can I do?
I have a proposition for you. You seem to show a lot of interest in my boat, and like I said, I could really use a strong man like you at my side. I tell you what, I'd like you to do. Why don't you go back there and show me what you can do? I really need to get that crew in shape and get the ship ready. You think you could handle something like that?
Oh, you mean accompany you in straightening up your crew? Of course.
No, I want you to go there first and let them know that the captain's off on other business and he'll be joining us shortly.
Oh, yes, of course. Sounds like a fine idea.
Now I'm trusting you with my new crew. You can handle this, Leroy?
I can absolutely handle it. You have left it in fine hands.
I knew you were the line I was looking for. I pat Leroy on the shoulder.
Very well, I am off. Start singing, what would you do with a drunken sailor? What would you do?
And I kind of just hop, skip, and jump to his music and clack my heels as I walk away.
Okay. So Leroy heads off to the boat.
Yep.
I know a thing or two about ships too. I'm just saying.
What are the rest of you?
Oh, and speak up there. Did you say you have a background with ships?
Yeah. I'm a sailor. I'm a strong man who knows a thing or two about ships. Saying.
Leroy, would you like some additional help here? Owen seems to be very familiar with ships. I'm not sure how experienced.
Yeah, Leroy's probably gone already. I mean, if you
He's
send
heading
him,
off.
that's fine. But like,
He's within range, but you need to shout. He's
Owen.
I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I don't need it.
Owen, you tell me. You think Leroy can handle this for me?
I sent my bat over to catch up with Leroy.
Or is he
Okay.
going to need assistance? You seem pretty experienced. You've always looked like the seafaring folk to me.
I mean, I know my way. I was raised on ships. I know my way around ships pretty well.
Would you like to help get the golden harpy back into shape for us?
I'd be very, very thrilled if you would trust me to be able to do that. Yes.
All right, that I could really use your experience. I think Leroy will understand, and you guys can work together on that. Tell him you're my man at arms, just so that big lion doesn't get jealous.
I understand. Thank you.
And I pat Owen on the shoulder.
You're just sending them off in a chain, huh? So one runs off, and the next one runs off. Okay,
I'm gonna wander off with Owen too, because I grew up on boats and I don't trust that Leroy knows stern from bow.
Yeah, well, just from your initial impression, with the way that he's dressed and his kind of the way he's carrying himself, you're probably not that far off from.
No, but that's good. So I kind of just go over to Alondo and I say,
which pier do we walk to?
Just follow me, sir. Follow me. I'll
It's
take
this one right here.
Okay.
and I say, Alondo, it looks like it leaves the bandits to us. And I don't know which one you want to do first since we're splitting up. So that's how I would end it right there.
Yeah. So
We're not gonna be able to take out bandits, by the way.
the ship will be faster, so we can do that.
Sure, Alondo, we got this. We might just want to pick up hashish.
I'll accompany you. Go. We'll meet up with them. Right?
Should we bring him with us, scouting out the path?
Don't kill any bandits without me.
I'm just
I
guess.
I don't think we should go without a full troop of people. I'm afraid I might not be so good taking down bandits. I perhaps could tell you about the plants that bandits might be hiding behind, but burn them a little. But
Oh, don't worry, old man. I just thought we would get some intel before, so we knew what we were getting into.
oh, oh, so I mean, if
All right, you guys are conversing. Leroy and you get to the boat first, actually, and you see kind of in the last slip there, exactly the boat you saw last night. It looks even a little worse repair than it did last night. Now that you have the full light of day, kind of take a look at it, and you can tell that the holes that you saw kind of in the hull that are above water are in very bad shape, but there are actually a few below the water line is too that you can tell that have been pretty crudely patched from the exterior. They're not really patched inside like you would normally do. You can tell that somebody probably did a very quick patch job to try and limp into port, is what you'd guess from this. The sails, like we said, are not only torn, as you can tell, they're actually a little dry rotted too. So they're you're not really sure how well they would do from there as far as being seaworthy, let's say. But the gangplank is down, and there are some people milling on deck.
I yell out to them, "Ho there, shipmates! Might I have a word?"
Two that are kind of looks like they're probably standing guard at the gangplank kind of look at each other and say, "And who be you?"
Well, I am Captain Strider's first mate, and he says this is his new ship. So I wish to talk to whoever is in charge after him so we can get things sorted out.
One of them holds up their hand. You wait there.
Of
The other
course.
one runs off. You're standing kind of on the dock, I'm assuming, not on the gangplank.
Yeah.
And one of them runs off, and a few minutes later, this what appears to be a half orc comes back. He's in a little dressed, a little better armor. Looks like studded leather armor. Then the rest of the crew. He comes walking up and says, "And who might you be? I don't remember last night."
I am Leroy the Lionheart. I am the first mate of Ryder. I have come here to sort out his new ship, which, if you do not mind me saying, doesn't look very seaworthy. Looks like it's gonna need some more work before she can set sail.
He kind of looks at his shipmates, and he says, "And look at who's saying he's not seaworthy. This man's never seen a day on sea in his life." And they all kind of laugh.
Yes, this may be true, but I am a fast learner, as you will come to see.
Good,
With all
sir.
of you to help me at my back, I'm sure we will have no problem at the sea.
And good sir, if you would, I am the man at arms. I have been raised on the sea, and
Oh, where did you come from?
I've been following you this whole time, Pleasant Tiger.
Oh, well, that's very thoughtful of you, but as Strider has entrusted this mission to me, so
I want to be at your service. I am here to lend my expertise under your direction.
He hears you guys kind of going
very
back.
well. Just
He hears you guys
as
go
long
back
as
and
we
forth and yells,
have an
"Enough!
understanding."
Enough! Where is this supposed new captain? Can't even bother to show himself to his own meeting that he sets up?"
Well, our captain is very busy. There are many tasks that his crew and himself have to perform in this town in order to make our money and to gain renown. So he, just gives tasks to all of his crew members as he sees fit.
We don't recognize him as captain, no matter what that piece of paper says. You tell him to come back if he wants to discuss things further, per his agreement. And they grab a hold of the gangplank and start to pull it into the water.
Oh, ho there, mister.
I will grab the other side of the game.
My captain does indeed have the deed to this ship, meaning he is indeed the new captain. So unless you want to take something like this up with the authorities, which I'm sure you don't want to go there, you should cooperate with the captain and his crew members.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion to see.
By the
Alright,
way,
it
my bat's watching
reacts.
this the whole time.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
You may be right. You tell him to come back with that deed and we'll have a conversation.
Oh, yes. He will come back when he can. But must know that you should not do anything unfavorably for the captain. It is very important that he has his ship and his crew in tip-top shape.
I thought we had finished this last night.
You tell that would-be captain to come back and see me in person if he wants to claim ownership of this here ship.
Actually, I have a better idea. You seem to have a lot of crew on board already. Why don't you come with us to see the captain? We'll be heading back to him shortly.
I'd not be going anywhere with the likes of you.
No, and why not? We are quite friendly people.
That may be the case, but I don't know you, sir. You bring him back. We will wait. We will wait. We will not take action. You bring him to us. We'll have that conversation. As he sets up. You can tell he's pretty
It is
angry.
true that we do not know each other, but I am wishing to change all of that. Perhaps I can do something now to change your mind, and I take up some of my gold and start clinking some coins together.
I'm gonna sneak up behind Leroy and just kind of tug on his scale mail and just shake my head and just try to pull him away.
I kind of
I'll do it
smack him away a little
stealthily
bit, and I'm
too, as I'd like to see what happens when he is
Startled.
caught by surprise.
If I notice him, I kind of smack him away a little bit and say "Here, I can buy you whatever drink you would like. Let's have a good chat. We can all loosen up the tension and break the ice a bit."
The first mate on deck says, "You need to understand my position. It's not that I don't think you're genuine, but," and he kind of looks around, "Captain Kuda's done this before, and I'll not be getting myself in another situation like it happened before. So you bring back the deed, and I'll have a conversation with whoever is claiming to be captain. Until then, I'll not be lowering this gangplank."
So your captain has a habit of losing the ship, but you still let him be your captain?
Yes, this doesn't sound very fruitful at all, if you ask me.
He kind of shakes his head, and you can tell from the look on his face that he said too much. And he says, "You just bring that deed and that captain here, and we'll clear this stuff up. Until then, I've got stuff to do." And he turns around and walks away.
Oh, very well, but he will not be pleased. And I walk away in a bit of a huff. Well,
Okay.
I don't trust this gentleman.
I don't trust any of them.
I relate this.
they
all
will
to-
cooperate one way or
You
another.
see what they let happen to their ship. Does that to a ship?
That's true. They're not the best kind of crew.
Hey, did Strider tell me where he'd be after I'm done with all this?
No, he did not.
I actually think Alondo and I are still just arguing outside there,
Well,
and you guys got thrown off the ship pretty quick.
Yeah, as
So-
you're arguing, my eyes go white. So, and I come out of it, and I'm like, well,
If your eyes go white, I smack you.
it doesn't work because I'm listening to their conversation.
With the handprint on your
guy.
face. Ow,
Yeah.
why is my face warm?
Yo, well, I have news for you. It looks like the crew needs to talk to you ASAP. We best get down there.
And do all the guys, are they walking back up, or what are you guys doing? Are you guys
They're
coming up?
coming back to get us.
Lero actually sort of goes off in this different direction for a bit.
Leroy leaves out Owen. Is Owen coming back, or?
Yeah, I'll go back because I think that Londo needs to know about this. He's a wise person.
All right, so you guys kind of meet in the middle. We'll just say kind of, I don't know, I'll click right here. We'll just say kind of in between this housing area here.
All right.
You guys took a direct route. You guys kind of meet in the middle.
Oh, yeah, they're right here. Yes. Hello. We heard all about it. No need to tell us. But,
Powerful.
What happened? Didn't Orlando tell you to relate to the crew? That's not how he said it all went down.
That ship's in terrible repair.
That's what I sent you guys for.
Yeah, they won't let us on the ship.
but
They're scallywags.
I think you need to go talk to the ship people.
Oh,
before we
and
go
I
off.
expected this of Leroy, but not of you.
I can repair the ship, but
Where is Leroy?
the mutinous crew is another thing.
Wait, speaking of which, where's Leroy?
He went off over to the side.
Oh yeah.
I send
went
my
to the
bat
House of
towards
Wind,
him.
by the way.
Okay.
I think his feelings were hurt.
Yes,
Nonsense.
he is quite a sensitive lion, but he has a heart of gold. But
Listen,
let us
from
go
the
grab
sounds of
him
it,
and
guys,
we'll
they're
go
not
talk to the ship.
anywhere anytime soon. Let's just let them spend a little more time working on the ship, and while we take care of this little bandit problem.
Sir, I do fear that if we don't take care of this, the ship will not be there when we get.
Yes.
Gotta
Why,
go talk.
why
is it gonna
Strider,
be?
you wish to avoid talking to the ship? You did set up the meeting, and they did state that.
Orlando, how could I can't believe you would accuse me of avoiding it. I was just trying to stall them and give them some time to accept their new captain.
Oh, well, I don't think that strategy is working.
Oh, they're playing right into my plan.
I'm gonna do an insight check on Strider.
Okay.
How do I do it in the tower?
Just click the little tower. Do you have the tower button? Did it pop up there for you?
He's got to turn
If
it
you-
on, doesn't he?
Yeah. If so, at the top there with all the buttons along there, there's the second one from the right is one that says macros, and then it should be a list of macros there. One should say tower.
What? Where?
I'm sorry, in the top there, you know how you can click on the chat tab and then your character tab and all the other stuff.
Oh, okay, I got it. Oh, there it is. It
Macro.
says it's in the bar. Oh, there it is. Okay.
You got it? Okay, so just click
Yeah.
on that box. And then you've got to manually enter your bonus or negative to the roll.
Okay.
There. Yeah, you definitely think he's. Actually, you can just say what. You just be truthful. There, Strider,
Okay,
with
yeah, I was
whatever.
gonna say, I don't know what he's rolling, so I don't.
You rolled well. Be truthful with whatever your intention.
You're trying to my intention. So,
I think he's full of shit. I think we have to drag him
who,
to the
me?
boat. Yes,
You think I'm what?
full of shit.
Uh huh. And you think I'm trying to do what?
We have to drag him to the boat. We have to. He's avoiding something.
Okay, I'll drag him to the boat.
What's is
Well,
Whisper's name Whisper?
Let's
Is
not
Whisper
get
saying
hasty
Whisper?
here. Let us just all walk down like
Oh,
gentlemen to the
did you
boat.
say that out loud? I thought you were looking for the insight in me. Sorry.
No, yeah, you're looking for the insight from Strider. Strider's
What
going
the
to
hell,
tell
all
you.
these
what-
guys are answering him.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
Well,
Sorry.
Yeah, Strider
Strider's
just
gonna
started
give you-
talking, so we're responding.
Well,
I didn't want to talk for him, so but you need to be truthful with
Yeah.
whatever you say, Strider.
So-
because
you know, I was literally just taking it all in because I'm shocked from the implications after Orlando and now Whisper. I don't even know where this is coming from, guys. You want to go to the boat? Let's go to the boat. And I march off in the direction of the boat.
Oh.
you feel, yeah, you definitely feel like he's being truthful about that, and maybe a little agitated at this point. So
I don't like it when mommy and daddy fight.
yeah, right.
I don't know
by
what
the
he
way,
was thinking.
Leroy's at the House of Wind. He went over there for a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, he's where?
It's a place that none of you guys know, but he went to last night.
I actually sent my bat to follow you.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how far I am from you guys, though. It might be.
Yeah, you're not far. You're not that
Oh,
far.
okay.
No, we're not that far.
We're at
This
the boat.
town's not very big.
Yeah, yeah. The
Alright,
boat's
so I'm
like
just-
right here, so.
I'm starting to walk towards the boat. I don't know if I get there and just start walking. Are everyone following me? I guess.
Yeah, you guys make it over there kind of uneventfully. There's nothing really. You see, like I said, a few merchants that are set up kind of along the way. It's it's getting a little later in the day, so there's quite a bit of traffic that's going on there. So that arrow's not to scale, by the way, but still.
Oh,
Oh.
what is the scale?
Well, look at the bottom. See how it's 25 feet to square. So
Oh, then my bat would not make it
okay,
because it
Oh,
only
which boat
goes
did I get?
100 feet.
I guess I could adjust that. Huh? Hold on 1 second. That'll make
problem.
it easier. Scale.
No worries.
180.
I forgot the scale.
No. There's no reason that I can't fix it in 20 seconds here. So
20
There you go.
seconds.
it's done.
Is there any way to display character names above tokens?
Yeah. Do you want me to?
Oh, yeah, I'd like to see it.
Fine. Show nameplate.
Fine.
No.
Well, I mean, my nameplate would be the least important for me. I wanted their nameplates.
What? You're pretty picky, you know that? Where are the rest of you guys? They're there.
Or somewhere.
There is a gentleman next to me. I'm looking at and thinking about who he is.
That's Orlando. It's good. He's already got a nameplate.
Not on my screen.
And your shit's broke.
Is there more than one? I'm by the dock, right?
I don't see any nameplates.
You don't see him either?
Nope.
I
I
see
see
just
Leroy.
mine.
On.
I think we have to put him in somewhere.
I think I can just turn it on. I just click says show nameplate.
I
Anyways,
see Leroy now.
maybe it just takes a second.
Yeah, I see Leroy's came up.
Because yeah, I see that. Oh,
But we did type different ones in, so I think under display name, if you just type it in.
there we go. It doesn't matter. The one right next to you is Orlando. So,
Anyway, like,
anyways, yes, you go to the docks. That's you guys make it down there, no problem.
Yeah.
And
And
you
I
see
look
that.
I
they're
look
in
at these
fact-
guys and I'm like, what are you guys doing? This is the wrong boat.
yeah, you guys are at the wrong dock. It's this one right here. That's where you guys want to be, but it doesn't matter. You guys walk up. It's pretty obvious which boat it is. It's the one that's in the most disrepair of any of the boats out here. So, yeah, there are some people milling around on deck, and there are two people kind of standing at a gangplank that's been pulled into the water. It's kind of floating there a little bit on the end. So,
Oh yes.
So I would just like start marching up the gangplank. I don't know, is everyone following me or?
Yeah.
you gotta
Behind you.
you gotta pick it up and put it back on the deck because it's partially in the water now. They've started to pull
Yeah.
it in.
I like slam it on the deck.
Okay. You pick it up.
Oh.
What's your strength? Let's see. It was pretty good actually. Make a strength check real quick, just for the heck of it. Actually, just make an athletics check.
Tower or out?
No, just regular's fine. Yep, no problem. So you pick it up, slam it on the deck, and the two guards at the top, you can tell, get a little nervous, look at each other, and say, one of them yells back, "Sauron!"
And like I like come up the gangplank and do like a backflip. And then like I like pull out my sword, but I just use it as like my cane. Like I just, put it down and kind of
Oh, you do a Willy Wonka? Is that what you're trying to say?
much, yeah.
Willy Wonka.
You're gonna walk up the gangplank and do a forward roll? Is that what you're talking about? Because I don't know how you do a backflip.
I'm gonna do a front flip, up the off the top of the gangplank onto the, side of the deck, and pull out my sword and kind of wait there like I'm waiting for the crew to come.
All right, go ahead and make an acrobatics check.
This
then.
can go really good, or this can go really bad.
too bad you didn't get the second one, but not bad. So yeah, you definitely you go to do the front roll and kind of jump off, and yeah, you kind of do your roll in the air and land. It's not quite as graceful as you probably wanted it to be, but it still comes off pretty well. The crew kind of looks back and kind of surprised by that, just as Shalrog's coming up from below deck and walks out.
Shalrog, it's about time.
About time? You should be talking to yourself then. You're the one that set up this meeting and then sent some of your supposed lackeys to meet me.
Lackeys? Who are you calling lackeys? These were your new crew members.
I don't even see the one that was claiming to be your first mate.
I didn't tell him my first mate. He gets a little excited. You got to give my my friend there some room. I just wanted him to help you guys with get the ship ready.
Kind of narrows his eyes. Let's go below deck and have that meeting.
Aye. And I motion for the guys to come with me.
Oh, yes.
Owen and Alondo and everybody.
I leave my bat up top just so I can take a look if anyone else is coming on, and I'll look once in a while.
Is
Okay.
Whisper here with us as well?
Yep.
Oh, I can never hear that, boy. There he is.
So, looking at you guys are on the map now, right? Of the ship.
Yeah.
So starting at the top, you guys kind of walk on up top there, and there's a hatch kind of in the center that looks like it's a cargo. And you open up that hatch. There's stairs that go down in there. He takes you down, and then he takes you over to this conference room right over here. It looks like.
Oh, this is a mighty fine ship.
It's in pretty bad shape. You can see that you kind of got to watch your step as you're walking through from some of the floorboards are pretty well rotted, and the furniture in here has definitely seen better days. The door is barely on its hinges. It's definitely kind of seen some pretty rough weather, looks like, and has been neglected for quite a while.
It's not a very fine ship, my friend.
It is not.
I don't think I've ever been on a ship, so I know.
So
Yeah, he takes a seat. He sits at the head of the table. He sits down. He just kind of throws his hands up. Sit down.
Lots of work to do.
Sorry, the captain sits at the head of the table.
yeah, so like so he's at the opposite head of me from on the map, right?
Yeah.
And I guess I'm standing at that head, I'll say. So
There's a chair there too where you're at, just so you know.
I go, thank you, Owen. Let's make some introductions here. Shalrag, I think we got off to on the wrong foot the other day. I didn't have my full crew here with me then. I'd like to first introduce you. This is Owen. He's been my my man at arms on a few missions before. He's needless to say he knows his way around a boat. And Alondo here, he's done some work in cartography.
What?
He has some experience mapping. He can be useful in those ways. He also has some other skills that might come into handy. And Whisper here is, yeah, I just met him myself. He's just keep an eye on him, and I kind of whisper to Shalrag. And then I kind of like just pause and then look at him.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna check and see if he's gonna check something real quick here.
We're going to check if he peed his pants over that
Right.
tremendous ship.
If there's any urine in his pants, right? He says, "I believe that one and that one have spent some time on the seas." As he points to Whisper and to Owen, the rest of you lot have never stepped foot on this boat. That old man's gonna fall over from lack of sea legs sitting at port here.
Oh, how rude!
I never said the old man's seen many days at sea. All I
He's
said
a
was to draw a
cartographer.
map.
Which is it? I
Huh?
thought we were being truthful here. If we're gonna be shipmates, I expect the truth out of you.
Well,
You trying to deceive me?
Shalrag, who
I
are you
do have
think
many
you're talking
maps.
to? I never said he spent a day at sea. I said he was my cartographer. Maybe you should open your ears, you slow at work.
What you roll a persuasion check against the one he just rolled because
Going downhill fast.
cartographer how they work. By the way, Owen, you and Whisper know that in any cartographer in this day and age needs to be present on the ship in order to be able to map out what's going on. So that statement that
I never
right.
said he mapped anything at sea.
What's that?
I never said he was an ocean cartographer.
True. That's true.
Mountain cartographer.
That's true. Good job. He says, all right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. So let me see that deed. It was dark last night. I need to verify that you're not some kind of forger.
Aye, it's all the paperwork's in line, I guarantee you. And I pull it out and I slap the deed on the table.
Okay. He takes a look at it again, kind of looks it over, flips it over, looks at the seal, and just kind of shakes his head. Buddha. It does all appear to be on the up and up. He slides the paper back to you. My apologies for my behavior, but as I mentioned earlier to your whatever he was, this isn't the first time Kuda's lost the Golden Harpy in a game of chance.
Hi there. They had relayed that message to me. Now that we got this all squared away, can you please explain what you mean? Now, was your captain losing this ship left and right? I want to know what I'm getting into here with this crew and what to expect.
Well, all I can tell you is that Kuda's got a sickness. He anything he gets his hands on that's worth anything, he pisses it away, gambling in that goddamn hole they call the bilge.
This boat needs a lot of work.
He kind of looks in your direction. We do the best that we can when we're not paid for months at a time. The boat tends to take place second fiddle when the crew doesn't have any money.
Shalrag, I can promise you that won't happen again. We're gonna get this boat into shape and we'll take care of the crew. What's this? What do you pay your crew here?
They're pretty new. We lost a lot the last time at sea. So they get 5 silver a month.
From Owen, in my experience, is that a fair wage for new sailors?
That's a pretty. Yeah,
that's recollection.
That's for a green crew. That's not bad. That's kind of what the going rate would be. So.
And I go, 5 silver each?
Per month.
Each?
Yes. Per member of the crew.
And you said they haven't been paid in months?
How many crew do you have? Do you mind me asking?
We have 18. Well, probably 17 after tomorrow.
Why is that? Why 17?
Getry is on his last leg. He caught a bit of the sickness out at sea and probably won't pull through.
Oh. What kind of sicknesses?
They call it the wasting fever.
And did he get that on your last mission? Can you tell us about your last mission?
I can.
Good about it. I mean, I know average. If it's an average bug, I would know of it, but not how to.
Yeah, it doesn't. You'd probably have to go and actually look at the guy to be able to get any more information from it. But from the name, you're not really familiar.
Don't know if I'll look at him.
I've been on the sea. I would like to know if I know anything.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sickness. That what is that?
Yep.
I was thinking more like along the lines of history. Medicine too.
Yeah, you can do history. That's fine. I'll give you that.
Because I'm worse at history, so that makes more sense to me.
Well,
okay. You can do whichever one you want. Actually, I don't really care.
History, then I could roll history.
Well,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I've been on the seas, I thought maybe I'd heard of it before.
Well,
That's
I
good
have
chance of
done
Did
quite
I?
a bit of reading myself.
I've traveled the land a lot, so can I roll insight for my wisdom to see if I've heard about anybody on land with it?
insight. Well, insight's more looking into the person or the situation than it would be kind
Oh,
of.
I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, history.
Yeah, you can roll history if you want. If you guys want. Yeah. You've got no idea, Strider.
I look at Alondo and I go, "What's that?" Like,
Yeah, Alondo, you have heard of something that's kind of, it seems to have a lot of different names, but this appears to be like a version of smallpox almost
Oh,
that that you typically contract and then spread. So from your reading, you know that most of the time they immediately quarantine these people, and then if they don't get better in a relatively short period of time, they get rid of them.
so, Alondo, you tell me that?
I'm afraid that this fellow may be too sick for our helping. But perhaps we could go and ask the clerics if they could help. That would do good for the crew. If you were to save a crew member, you perhaps
Alondo,
could win
what's
the
wrong with
hearts.
them? What do you know about this wasting fever?
Well, it's a disease where he'll most likely die.
Is it contagious?
I'm not exactly sure. I suppose so. I mean, they get quarantined. I
Alano.
suppose that's what that means.
This is what I have you for on this ship, your knowledge. I need your brain here. Is it contagious?
Oh, I believe so.
Are
Okay.
you guys talking out loud, by the way, in front of Shalrog?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. He's just kind of looking at the guys very strangely, like he's like.
I'm afraid we might have to talk. If there's priests in town, we could talk to them.
No,
They could help.
no need, Orlando. Shalrag, I need him off the ship immediately.
What? No, what? Why don't we just go?
Orlando, you filled your role. Thank you. Shalrag, I need him off the ship immediately. He's contagious. We can't have that spreading to the rest of the crew.
We can take care of that.
Aye.
Would you like me to do it at night, at least?
Yeah, you can. Well, no. Tell him he needs to take care of himself, and we wish him his best and get healthy, and then he can come back aboard. His spot will still be here for him. I think you should take care of that right after we leave.
He's in no condition to be walking off this ship.
I don't know that I'm okay with that.
I could propose something. Perhaps if we were to go talk to the priests in town, and if we were to offer to take care of the bandits, perhaps they could do us a favor and cure his ailment.
Hi, Orlando. I am more than willing to help him once he's on land, but we can't have that spreading to the rest of the crew. We have to get him on some solid ground right away, and then we could see about his treatment. On board this ship, things are only going to get worse.
I think it's self-contained. Right now, he's in his room, and it's locked up, is it not? What was
you told me it was contagious.
Shalrog is his name.
Shalrog?
He is. He's below decks in one of the quarters.
I
Contained.
believe the crew knows what to do with such things on the ship. They have experience with such. I think that if we were to take him out, you might be taking risk of it spreading. So it might be wise if we, as soon as we can, we talk to a priest on the way out, and then we go out and get these bandits. Perhaps.
So I look
we'll
at
have
Shalrog.
enough time to get to shagging tonight.
I think Orlando is wise. He makes a good point.
Okay, so I look at Owen first, and I like take that into consideration. Then I look at Shalrog, and I go, Shalrog, you're going to be my first mate here in this ship, and this is your crew. You tell me, will he be okay down there? And is he any threat to the rest of the crew today if we try to get him help?
Per the normal protocol, he's got a day left before we need to make the decision for him. Unless he gets significantly better, he needs to go. But he's fine where he is.
All right, then, it's settled. I don't want his door open. Just feed him. Let him know that we're going to try to get him some help today.
Oh, that sounds good. I think you made a wise choice.
but I like say to Shalrag again, I don't want anybody going near him. Just make sure this stays contained. And I said, I'll leave that up to you, to Shalrag. And then I say, okay, well, things are settled here. We have a few things we need to take care of in town today, Shalrag, but we need to really work on this state of this boat, and this state of disrepair is unacceptable. You can let all of your crew know they can look forward to a raise next month, not only their full salary, but if all goes well, we will be increasing their salary next month.
He kind of gives you a skeptical look. As much as
Captain,
I'd love to be believing you, I've heard a lot of empty promises over the years.
Captain, if I could make a suggestion, the state of this ship requires probably some raw materials. It's going to need some new sails and some new lumber. Perhaps we should start by giving your second mate or your first mate here a little bit of coin with which to go into town and buy those materials so that they can get to work while we're gone.
Aye, Owen.
Now there be a man that speaks sense.
I just have experience on the seas.
Shalrag, I told you, Owen here, he goes a long way. And so then I kind of, start like fiddling around with my pockets and pulling some money out. And I give Shalrag 5 gold.
Yeah. Don't misunderstand what I'm about to say, but this boat's going to need a lot more than 5 gold to get her seaworthy.
Aye, this is just to get you started, Shalrag. As I was beginning to say, we have a few things to take care of ourselves in town. I think this should get you through the day, won't it, my friend?
I can get started with this, yes.
Aye, that's all I'm asking.
Where
And
would you like me to start? Where's my priority?
You're the first mate, but hey, I walked up and I saw some holes in the side of the ship. That would be somewhere I would think, but I know you know your ship, Shalrag. Let's just get this ship seaworthy.
I'll do what I can do.
And before we go, Shalrag, I'd still like you to tell us a little bit about that last mission where you picked up the wasting fever.
Oh, there's not much to tell. Could have had us off on one of his wild goose chases again. We came ashore looking for what was supposed to be rumors of some treasure that had been lost years ago. And all we encountered were insects that swarmed out of the jungle, landed on all of us, and seemed to drain the life right from us. We escaped and got back aboard, but we never found any treasure and ended up losing 3/4 of the crew before we made it back. Not much to tell.
Did Captain Kuda let you on to his next mission?
We barely made her back into port, and Kuda kind of left and was going to blow off steam like he tends to do when we get back into port. Our instructions were to wait here until he had our next target when you showed up with that deed.
Aye, well said, my friend. Well, I think you know what your job is here today. I think you can take care of the crew for us, and you look like a good man. I appreciate your work here, and I hope to see good things when I come back later with these repairs.
Roll a persuasion check real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He says, I'll see what can be done.
Nothing.
Am I supposed to be rolling 2 dice like that every time?
It's just rolling it with it. It's just rolling in case there's advantage or disadvantage, so that's fine. Doesn't
Okay.
matter.
You take the first number if there's no advantage.
Right.
Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, I kind of just get up and motion for everyone to follow me,
Down.
and as I start walking down, I kind of say to Shalrag, "Why don't you show us around before we head on our way for the day, so we can know what to expect when we come back?"
Okay. He kind of takes you on a little bit of a tour of the boat through the various levels. This one, the deck you were on, seems to be kind of the captain's quarters in the back there. It's kind of like looks like an officer's kind of quarters there. There's quarters up front there that for the two there. That looks like one's for
So,
first mate.
as soon as I see the captain's quarters, I would kind of head in there to look around,
Yeah,
and I would kind of just motion for everyone else to wait outside.
whatever.
Oh,
You can do whatever you like, but that's back here, captain's quarters.
It's the captain quarters. That's what I would do.
I think this captain position is going a bit to his head.
oh yeah.
You shut the door in their face? Is that what you do?
No, not at all. I just kind of like, if they're all right there, I kind of just walk in the captain quarters and I kind of just like, just motion for them to one moment, and I just take a quick glance around, and then if I don't see anything, I just walk out like I was just touring the room, my quarters.
Okay.
I wanted to see my sleeping arrangements.
Yeah, you walk in there. There's a hammock kind of in that corner. That's what that little white thing is hanging there. There's a writing desk there. You've kind of got some personal effects there. There is a small chest there next to the writing desk.
Okay,
there's a few
so
bookcases there.
I just walk out, and is there a door?
Uh-huh.
And I kind of lock the door. I guess I don't have a key, so
It's keyed on both sides, and you don't have the key.
yeah. So I kind of just pull the door shut and then walk out with the group and go back on the rest of the tour.
Okay. Yeah, so he kind of walks you around. Looks like there's some officer quarters up in the bow here. Looks like for a couple larger than normal rooms. You head back down in there to next level down. It looks like this looks like some more nicer rooms. This first room right here, this door is shut, and he says that's where Getry's being quarantined currently in there. Points to that. And then there's you've got a couple chamber pots there, which basically are just a hole cut in the side of the boat that dumps the shit out the side, down the side there. And then there's some other nicer rooms there. You probably for the rest of the officers or those that are kind of in charge of the watch. Some storage up front. Looks like some nicer stuff there. None of that stuff is in there, by the way. There's no cargo in here at all. Pretty much.
Okay, so that's one of the things I wanted to see. Do I see anything in the storage at all?
There are. Let me roll for the hell of it. There are. There's one barrel in there that appears to have. If you walk over and take a look, I'm assuming you do. Looks like some kind of salted fish, some sort of well salted meat in there. And there's one other barrel on the other side of what appears to be fresh water.
I kind of say to Shalrag, like, you don't even have food for your crew?
We haven't been paid in months. What do you expect me to do?
All right, and then I give Shalrag one more gold and say, at least buy them lunch today.
I will.
And then
they take down kind of into the bowels of the ship here, and this is kind of looks like where the crew kind of bunks up. You notice that there's quite a few spots there. Looks like so the capacity of the ship, just based on the number of bunks there, looks like it's probably 25-ish. So they're kind of running on a light crew right now with what they have. So
I see any weaponry anywhere in the ship?
No, you don't really see much anything. I shouldn't say that. Up on deck, you do see. You mean as far as armaments for the ship itself?
Yeah,
you mean? Yeah. Up on the main deck, you see that there is a smaller size catapult on the back of the ship. There's a ballista on the front, and then there are two small cannons that are actually mounted on either side of the ship there that appear to swivel all the way around. Owen and Whisper, you guys are familiar with cannons. The rest of you actually have probably Alondo, you've definitely read about them, but gunpowder is definitely not common in the world here at all. You've heard of it, you definitely have probably seen it before, but most ships and vessels around that you guys have ever encountered or seen use traditional weaponry like ballista and catapults and that kind of stuff. Cannons are definitely kind of not common by any means.
So as I say to Shalrank, like you have ammunition to fire these fancy weapons?
Yeah, you need to roll to see if you even know what the hell ammunition even knows how those work actually. So roll history on that real quick.
I'm kind of asking him, right? But I'm gonna roll anyway. I'm just saying. I'm kind of like saying these. Do you have ammunition for these fancy weapons? But I guess I would know they would need ammunition. But hold on,
you may not even know how they work. Yeah, exactly.
I'm stalling while I get to history. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, nice roll. Yeah, so great. Yeah, he says,
-1.
Of course we do. They'd be pretty useless if we didn't have anything to fire.
Hey, you didn't have food for your crew, but you had ammunition. I say, okay.
You got to have your priorities.
Well, at least we know where we stand. And I kind of just look at my.
He does kind of look sheepishly. He does kind of look sheepishly at you and say, "Although we're running low on powder."
Well, we'll have to address that when I find out what powder is. and that said, I kind of just walk off the gangplank.
Okay. So you walk up and walk out. Are you guys? I'm assuming you guys are kind of all just going at the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. I bid you a fine evening, day.
I mean, he everybody roll a perception check real quick.
I love perception checks.
And Whisper vanished. Poof.
Whoa.
I could never hear that one.
That's all right. He missed. We're gonna say he missed. All right. Cool.
You're not here, you miss. And die.
Yep. Not here. You suck. So none of you know this, which is fine. I'm basically pretend like this doesn't exist. I'm not going to type all this out because it's going to take too long. So as you guys are kind of walking off, Shalrog taps Owen on the shoulder and tries and pulls him back a little bit as you guys are kind of exiting the ship. He pulls you aside, Owen, and he says, "You're obviously a man that understands the sea and knows what we're dealing with this situation with the boat. And I just feel I need to at least warn you. I don't trust the new captain, but you seem like someone that may be trustworthy. The reason this boat keeps going back to Captain Kuda is she's haunted.
Haunted by what?
Not what, by who?
By who? I turn around twice and kiss my talisman around my neck and make a small arcane symbol when he says that.
Okay. He looks at you and says, "If only that's all it took, friend."
What fell spirit haunts?
Every night.
Mark,
Witching hour.
your,
At the witching hour, which you know of is
your
about
mic.
2 a.m. They'll appear, and if you're not properly protected, they'll come after you, and you won't be enjoying it. Trust me.
Do you know how we would protect ourselves?
He says, What's it worth to you?
What do you need?
I need to be able to take care of my crew.
What will that take to properly take care of your crew?
The 5 gold the captain gave me was a joke. It's going to take hundreds to get this back in ship shape. If you could give me a fraction to begin with, say 50, I could properly get us started.
I'm afraid I don't have that much on me, but I can give you 16.
Roll persuasion.
Okay.
See if he
I'll
likes
give
it.
7.
Nice. This is, and you'll get me the rest when you can.
Absolutely. This will be my ship as much as yours. We're all in this together, friend.
Then I'll be telling you. He motions around to the rest of the crew on the ship and he points at his arm. And you'll notice that they've all got looks like a black band, black with maybe some writing on it that's kind of wrapped around their arms. And he says, the ghosts are the crew of the original this ship, the original crew. It was all murdered. And this band here be the flag that they flew on the day that they were murdered. You wearing a piece of this flag, they'll leave you alone. If not, goddess, rest your soul.
Imagine as the crew dies off, there's less and less of these pieces of flag.
You are a smart one.
Right. I'll confer with Alondo. He is very wise, and he may know of a way to break this curse.
Much obliged.
Thank you for the information, friend.
And thank you for the donation. We'll get to work.
Very good.
Cool.
The next time that I can get Alondo off by himself, I relate this tale.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are kind of walking together, so probably not right this second, but so all right, cool. So you guys walk off the boat. Back to the other map.
You boat.
Do I get to the House of Wind yet?
Yes, you do. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah.
So, yep, you wander over there, and it's bustling with activity as you kind of wander up. Actually, looks like there's definitely some activity inside the house. When the shutters are all open, this is in pretty good condition, like we said before. In comparison to the rest of the houses in town, this one's pretty well kept, and you can see a few servants that are even handling kind of the grounds around here, which is kind of funny because the rest of the town is in pretty good disarray as far as from streets and kind of the general landscaping around it, and they're out there actually grooming and trying to stay on top of all that stuff. So.
Yeah, I just go up and knock on the door for the house.
Okay. You knock on the door after a couple minutes. The same gentleman that opened the door for you last night opens it again.
My friend, good morning to you.
Hello. Did you find the provisioner as you were looking for?
I have, and it was very helpful. I now have a new task. To rid this town of these bandits that have been troubling the merchants.
He kind of puts his hands up around his neck. So ghastly that these ruffians have been plaguing the town and driving up prices for these common folk. I don't know how they're surviving.
Yes, well, we shall put an end to them shortly, I assure you, friend. In the meantime, is it okay if I come in? I see this house is a bit up and about.
Yes. Let me find out if the master is in, but please come in and wait.
Yes, tell them that Leroy of House Dawn is here to see them. And I show him my signet ring and hand it to him as proof.
Okay. Yeah, they look at it. Indeed, I will announce you.
Very good.
He heads upstairs. When you walk into this, it is a pretty nice house. It's definitely not what you'd consider nobility. It's more of a country nobility kind of regal. You know, it's definitely not you know, as fine as some of the places that you probably have seen in the past, but it's definitely much nicer than anything you've seen here in town. Things are, you know, polished wood in a lot of areas, some nice carving in a lot of the wood that's there, some high ceilings, and you actually even see a few looks like enchanted or magically powered kind of lanterns around the room, because they're glowing with kind of like a light blue color, not a traditional flame color, and they didn't seem to waver at all when you opened the door and walked in with the breeze that was coming in. So
Cool.
so yeah, so you wait and kind of, I'm assuming you wait in the entryway there.
Yeah,
They
I'm
got-
just sort of waiting, looking all regal and standing upright.
Just to kind of describe the room as you walk in there too. So you've got two sets of doors, one on either side of you, that's there. And then you've kind of got a double staircase that goes up to the top to a small landing, and then there's another set of double doors at the top there. And he walked in, kind of went up one set of stairs, and then went to that double door at the top, is where the servant went. And so shortly thereafter, the servant comes out and he says, "Announcing Sir Waltrip Wynn of House Wynn." And a pretty portly gentleman comes walking out. He's kind of got what probably at one point was pretty finely dressed, crushed velvet kind of looking coat on that is kind of a little worse for the wear in spots. You can see that it definitely has kind of got some a little bit threadbare in a couple spots. It's very clean though, and you can also tell that he's got some jewelry on that is you know, it's definitely kind of better than, again, anything you've seen in town so far with anybody on, but you would kind of consider it to be, you know, pretty average in comparison to what most nobles would wear for sure. It would be their everyday attire, and you can tell that he looks like he's trying to do himself up a little bit in comparison to what you're used to. So he comes out onto the balcony. What's that?
Impress me. I admire the attempt to impress me.
Yes, you can definitely tell that's his intention. He looks as if he maybe, you know, is dressed for this. So he comes walking out on the balcony. He says, "Oh, and you? What was your house again? I'm sorry."
Thon. So I'm Leroy Thon.
A Thon.
Yeah.
Leroy,
Thon.
you have quite the echo there.
Oh, do I? That's
It's
weird.
okay. I've got it. It's not too bad for me. He says, "Oh, you must be the one that I've heard from House Lethon. Oh, what a pleasure to meet you. Let me come down." And he takes forever coming down the steps, one step at a time. You can tell that it's quite the tedious the task for him to make it down those steps. And he gets down to the bottom, and he's pretty winded. Oh,
the pleasure.
Acquaintance, sir.
Yes, the pleasure is all mine there. Well, he said his name is Walter?
His name is Waltrip.
Waltrip Wynn, yes. Why don't we have a seat? You look a bit winded from your trip.
He kind of looks a little embarrassed and says, "Well, yes, you know, I haven't been well lately, so yes. Why don't we retire to the parlor?" And the servant opens one of the doors.
1 minute. Haven't been well. Are you saying you are ill?
Well, not in the conventional sense. And he kind of pats his belly a little bit.
I see. Well, yes. Why don't we head to the parlor? I have many questions. I am new here in town, and I do not wish to be ignorant of the dealings here for much longer. I have many tasks at hand for me. There is much I need to know.
Well, it's, you know, for anything for a fellow noble. So he was in there. You can tell that the parlor has probably not been used in quite a while. It's pretty dusty. There's some nicer furniture in here. But you can tell that there's a few servants that have been recently dispatched that are trying desperately to get this back in kind of working order. One's over there attempting to light a fire in the fireplace that's over there. Another are rapidly fluffing pillows and trying to get rid of some of the dust. One of them's cleaning off kind of the table that's in the center there, the coffee table area. And Waltrip says to one of the servants, "Run out and bring us something to drink. Bring my finest." And the servant nods, runs out, and he sits down on one of the couches and motions you to the one across from him on the other side of the table.
Yes,
Please,
thank you for these accommodations.
No, not at all. So,
Now,
what brings you
you
to
get-
our fine town of Squallhaven?
Yes, well, I found myself here. Well, it's strange, actually. I woke up in the woods one day as I was traveling, and I had this strange collar around my neck. Do you know anything about this?
Kind of peers at it. I'm not familiar.
Well, I did hear from the blacksmith that something called the Hellcats was behind it. Do you know anything about them?
Hellcats? I'm not aware. This is some sort of traveling menagerie.
Perhaps. Unfortunate, whoever these people are, it seems that they wish me ill will. I cannot have that.
No, I'm sorry to hear you've had so many troubles in your journeys, but I'm unfamiliar with any such group.
Yes, well, perhaps that is a trouble for another time. But there are more pressing matters. You, of course, have heard about these bandits troubling the merchants, have you not?
Says, yes, the bandits. It happens all the time. I don't know why they get up in arms about it. The regent takes care of his own. It's been great since he's been in charge for the last few months.
Ah, yes, this regent. I have heard about him too. They say he never leaves his estates.
Well, it's a tough job to be the regent of a town such as this. We're an up and coming, and he's got much to do, so he can't be expected to be making personal appearances places. That wouldn't be practical.
Yes, indeed. Have you ever met with this regent yourself, actually?
Well, of course, he's my cousin.
Ah, your cousin. This is very good news. Yes. So, how often do you meet up? It's more of a weekly, daily, monthly type of thing?
As the need arises, he'll summon me when he needs something or when he wants to converse. And lately, he has been busy, but Heinrich is Heinrich. He keeps to himself.
Indeed. Do you have a way of getting in contact with him, or is he the only one who contacts you?
Well, I suppose I could. I don't really have a need to reach out to him, but I'm sure that he would take an audience with me.
Yes, if you could, I would like you to get in contact with him very shortly. Let him know that Leroy Thorn, a fellow noble, is in town. He would wish to have an audience with him.
I would be more than willing to do that. I'm sure he would be interested to find out, more about some of the nobles. Are you from near here?
Oh, I'm afraid I am not. Have you heard of Waterdeep?
Of course.
Yes, that is where I originate.
Many a noble in Waterdeep, if my history serves me right.
Yes, indeed. I have not been there in some time, though. I have been traveling here and about, trying to find, well, something, I should say.
Well, maybe I could help you find it. What is it that you seek?
Well, that would be troublesome, for even I am not entirely sure of what I seek. But I simply knew I had to get out in order to find it.
Hmm. Perplexing. Sounds like a mystery.
Yes, a mystery, but perhaps one day it shall be solved. At least I hope so. And another question. Do you know much about the ships in the shipyards here?
I do own a few.
Ah, indeed. Which ones would these be?
You may have heard of them. I am the owner of the Flying Fish. Have you
Hmm.
heard of such a vessel?
Have I?
No, you
Uh,
probably haven't.
I'm afraid not. Like I said, I am new here in town. I have heard of one ship, however. It's looked a bit raggedy and run down. What was it? Did I ever catch the name of the ship that he bought?
I
I
did when I sent you there. Oh, sorry.
don't know if you did or not. You can roll for it and see if you did.
What would the roll be?
I don't know. What do you want it to be?
Just do intelligence, I guess.
Yeah, that
Which
probably
would
makes the
be
most
at a
sense.
-1. Hey, look, I probably don't. I just described
No,
it. I'm like, I
yeah,
don't
you
remember
can.
the name, but he bought a ship recently, a companion of mine. It
You
was
know
kind
where
of
it's docked.
run down and raggedy at the end of the docks. Do you know what this one is? Do you
At
know
the
the
end
ship
of
I'm
the
talking
dock.
about?
You know where it's docked, at least.
The
Yeah,
ships do
tell
come
me.
and go quite frequently. Is it a merchant ship? Is it a caravan? Is it a carvel, I should say, or is it what kind of ship is it?
I can't really say it. Did have these strange contraptions on it. They looked like metal tubes or something.
Ah, cannons.
Yes, cannons. Yeah, right.
So it's a warship. Hmm.
I believe
We don't
so.
get those. We don't get those around very often. Hmm. I can't say that I'm familiar, but I will be honest that my is piquing my curiosity. I may have to send one of my men out to investigate a bit.
Yes, I was hoping you would, actually. You see, we've run into a bit of a problem. Uh, this companion of mine, he's recently acquired the ship, and he sent me to deal with the crew, but they are not allowing us on board. I was wondering if there was a way to deal with this situation non-violently.
Hmm. Well, non-violently, any reasonable crew should respond to documentation of who the rightful owner is. I would think, unless it is a pirate crew, of course, and then that's a whole nother story.
Hmm, perhaps. Well, I do not wish to go back to my companion and let him know of my failure to accomplish this task. But if there is anything you can do to scope it out yourself, then, one of your men, then that would help me.
Yeah, would be my pleasure. Like I said, piques my curiosity anyway, so I can definitely send someone out.
Very good. And one last thing. This grove in the center of town, right outside this house, actually. Do you know anything about that?
It's a grove of trees that is frequented by druids and rangers and some other woodsy type people. Seems to be some sort of refuge for them. But they keep to themselves, and we don't cause them any problems. They just come and go.
Hmm. Very interesting. I was trying to walk through there one day and I was stopped by one of them. But I would like to investigate that further. I'm just not sure how I would gain entry.
Yeah, they're a bit touchy about the area, but you know, and perhaps engage them in conversation, and maybe they'll explain. But I I will tell you that I don't see many outsiders in there. It seems to be just the wood folk.
Well, perhaps after I've gained a bit of renown in this town, they will be more susceptible to welcoming me. But
It, it's
I
possible,
believe that is all the questions I have at the moment. You will be sure to set up that meeting with the Regent, right?
of course.
Yes, I am currently staying at the Shaggy Mare Inn. Once all the business is concluded, just send a notification to me there, and I will show up.
I will. I will definitely pass along word and let you know where the audience and when it is.
All right, and before I leave, I'm gonna do a quick insight on this guy. Well, not great, but I was trying to figure out, like, cause the blacksmith said that this region had something to do with bandits or whatever. So I'm
Uh-huh.
wondering if he knows that as well.
You get the slight sense that some of the conversation you've had, he wasn't being completely forthcoming with you.
Hmm.
You don't detect anything as an outright lie, but it doesn't. There's something just kind of a tingling in the back of your head.
Yeah, all right. So I say, well, I have taken up too much of your time, sir. I apologize, but thank you for having me.
Not at all. And stop back again, please.
Oh, yes, I hope so. I hope to do so very soon.
He stands up and wishes you well. The servant opens the door, obviously, allows you out, and says, "Have a nice day, sir."
And you too, Waltrip. Win, you too.
And they shut the door behind you.
Alrighty. I'm not sure where these guys are gonna go, so I'll just head back to the ship.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Timing wise is probably pretty close, so we'll just say you guys kind of meet up right there at the dock.
Okay.
Oh,
And
there's Lionel. Oh, man.
Hello, crewmates. It looks like you've dealt with this whole ship situation. What's the status on that?
Well, there is actually a person in there who's sick.
Oh, indeed. Well, I can do something about that.
Well,
Where is he now?
wait. Can you cure people?
Oh, yes, of course. I can cure all sorts of manners of diseases and poisons.
Oh, well, okay. That then.
Yeah, Leroy just sort of like walks to the deck, assuming that he's welcome now.
So yeah, does anybody go with Leroy,
Yeah,
or do you guys just?
I'll go with them, and I'll call up. I'll call up and
You're,
like,
you're muted. You're muted, Chuck. Just so you know.
oh, I hate that. I hate that.
I will go with the wizard.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Strider, what do you do?
I don't know. I'm not happy about it, but I follow them back up the deck.
Strider, you can stay here. We'll take care of it. It's fine.
And by the way, I apologize for going off on my own for a bit there, but I had a meeting with the Lord of House Wynn.
Oh,
And,
that's a problem.
yes, he actually was able to set up a meeting with me and the regent of this town, but I have a feeling something off-putting about him, like he was not being very forthright with me. But we shall see at this meeting what this regent has to say.
Well, welcome back, Leroy.
It seems the regent sort of runs the town, and I'm guessing a noble is being paid quite handsomely by such a person.
Yes, indeed.
I don't know if Alondo let you on that the fella down here that's sick, he has you know, the wasting fever. Is that something you can cure?
Oh yes, I can deal with that. That's no problem. Yes, let's me down ship, and I shall handle this crew member.
Sounds good. Let's get this taken care of and get him all cured up.
This is splendid. A jolly good time.
Shalrog meets you on deck, of course. Kind of looks at you guys and said, "Back so soon."
Yes, we brought a healer.
Yes, Shalrog. If you would have let me on board sooner, we could have cleared up this business much more quickly.
There's no need for harsh words. We're all friends here.
Yes, of course. It's all water under the bridge as far as I'm concerned.
I get it. Water. That's
Mm.
a good one.
He kind of looks at you guys and he says, "This way." He takes
All right.
you down below deck and says, he points at the door from a good probably 30 feet away and says, "He's in there."
Oh, very well. Everyone stand back and lets me do my work. And I walk in.
You walk in and you see a crew member that is pretty bad shape. His eyes are very sunken. You can tell he's under severe fever. You can tell he's very gaunt. Looks like he's kind of at the end of his rope. He barely opens his eyes when you walk in, and there's really no stir of anything there. You can tell he's kind of in a fevered dream there.
I just stay at the doorway and I say, Leroy, can you take care of this man? Help him.
Yes,
How close are you, by the way, Strider?
I'm like standing in the doorway, like I'm afraid to go in, like in the doorway.
I'm at the end of the hallway, nowhere near.
Yeah, I'm with the big guy.
Let me go to the other map. 1 second. Hold on. 1 second. I'm gonna go back. I'll pull you guys over there just so you can see it too. All right, so I'm just gonna use Mark's token for the hell of it. Actually, you can use yours too, Al. So you're standing right there, kind of in the doorway.
Well, yeah, like I'm thinking like they're on the hammock, right? So I'm standing like as far as away that I can yell at them like this.
Okay. Yeah, because so Leroy would be standing right. I'm gonna use Mark's token just for the hell of it. So he'd basically be standing right there in the doorway, inside that space. You're right there. Let's see.
Oh, I can grab my token.
It doesn't matter. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Yeah, that's fine. I'll get Mark's token out of there then. That's cool.
Alrighty. See, he's just laying on the hammock, right?
Yep, he's right there on that hammock. Yep.
I'm like, hold still, young man. I shall have you up and about in a jiffy. And then my claws kind of glow, and I do this to him. Yeah, it says it cures diseases or poison. So yeah.
Awesome. Yep, absolutely. So you do that. Does it glow like? Describe it. Does it glow like emanate through him, or how does it work?
Basically, like I take my claws out, and then I have to like puncture him basically a little bit, like a needle, and then like the holy energy just like seeps through his blood and washes all over him. Like his veins kind of glow radiant for a bit, and yeah.
Yeah, you can see he tenses a little bit, almost like in the throes of fighting the disease and trying to figure out what's going to happen. And the color returns, and he definitely opens his eyes and looks around. Says, "What's happened here?"
No, I believe you are very sick.
Where am I?
You are on board a ship that I do not know the name of, but you are all better now.
He kind of looks out the doorway and sees Strider standing there, and way off in the distance he sees Shalrog, and he says, "Shalrog, what's happened here?" Shalrog says, "Ginter, you're fine. Just take it easy. Lay back down. We'll get you back up and around shortly. The worst of it's over. No action will be taken." And you can see that he visibly relaxes. Says, "Well, as long as that's the case, I'll be taking some of my rest then, I suppose."
Oh, yes, you get your rest. You're going to need it.
Thank you, sir, he says out the door.
Oh, it was nothing. Just make sure you recover.
He lays back down on the hammock and pretty quickly falls back to sleep, actually.
Oh,
well,
mighty fine show.
Oh, it is nothing. Truly, I will have to rest in order to do that again, so hopefully no one gets sick in the next 8 hours or so.
Aye, a small miracle, my good man Leroy. Good work.
You truthfully have a heart of gold.
Shalrog walks up to you, Leroy, and kind of extends his hand and says, "I appear to have misjudged you, sir. No hard feelings?"
Can you do like a persuasion check on me? I want to say something.
You want him to do a
It'd be
persuasion check?
verse.
Yeah,
It'd be verse,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, we can do a verse. That's fine. Let me roll it. You don't want to. Let me see. So you don't see it. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. Go ahead.
Oh wow. Never a
Ooh.
good sign.
Oh wait. Well, I don't know. Like, depending on what he got, I'm gonna see if I want to take his hand out. I'm still feeling like a bit salty about him turning me away earlier. So it's like,
Yeah, I totally get it.
So yeah, did he like roll well or roll
So
poorly?
he's trying to get you to persuade him. Like,
Why
are
don't you roll yours and we'll just do a versus roll and then I'll tell you whether he.
Oh, I see. Okay, so I'll roll like just if I. So did he beat my
You
10?
think he's 100% honest? You think he's totally sincere?
All right. Yeah, I just take my. Oh yes, no hard feelings, as I have said, and take it. Give him like a really firm sort of handshake, basically.
Okay. He kind of looks down his hand a little bit, a little perplexed, but shakes it anyways. Yeah. I'll be taking care of things for you guys from here on out. So please, I'll pass the word about the fine work you've done here.
Yes, make sure you do. Tell them Leroy the Lionheart of House Thon has cured your ship.
I will, he says. Well, I'm going to get back to it. You guys know the way off?
Of course.
Then well met. And he turns around and heads down a level.
Alrighty, and I get up and say, "Well, is it off to deal with these bandits finally?"
I think it is. Nice work, Leroy. Let's hit the road.
Yes, off with us.
It's head bashing time.
This adventuring is quite fun, I must say.
Well, you don't know the half of it, my friend.
Oh,
Uh,
I mean, if it's anything like this, these bandits should be a piece of cake.
we're just getting started, old man. Don't get your dress tangled.
Oh, we're not. Never mind.
All right, very good. So yes, you're standing kind of at the end of the docks, and what would you like to do?
I'd like to go find the shadow cats.
I was gonna say Owen's just running amok, head bashing, and we're following.
So I'm so sorry. So where do you go?
To the bandits, unless we need supplies or something.
It's up to the north, I think, right? That's where they ambush.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Lead on, Leroy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say,
Lead
well,
on.
everyone, I look the wealthiest and fanciest out of all of us. I was thinking maybe I could pose myself as baits for these bandits with my fine clothes and fine armor. I will not be a target they can resist.
Yeah. So
Actually,
I love it.
as soon as we get up to the woods, I let everybody know that I'm going to take a route through the trees just to keep an eye on everything.
wait.
And I can move at full speed stealth, so I'm just going to kind of stealth through the trees and keep an eye on everybody.
Wait, I have an idea. What if I were to go as the helper of their hand here, of the regent? If we suspect that the regent actually has a part with them, they'll listen to them. Perhaps me and Leroy can go together.
Aye, that sounds good. And what will Owen do? I'll keep an eye on you guys, but you're going to need you're going to need Owen's protection.
I could be your guard.
Oh yes, that would work. Perhaps we can make a symbol for you or something. I don't know if it'd matter.
If you just get me a nice cloak, that might work.
Okay. And do we know how far away these bandits could be? As my spell only lasts an hour, I don't want to recast it.
I don't think we do. They said anywhere on the path. They've been catching them on the path everywhere up here entering the village.
Oh, all right then. Then I will go with my hood covered and with it drawn, and they won't know. And if they come upon us, then I will cast.
Very good. I believe this plan should work out splendidly.
Rule question for those of you who know better than I do. For disguise self, obviously I know you can disguise yourself as another person. How long can you still retain that memory of that form, or do you always have it?
I mean that would be like maybe a memory check, but you can go into whatever form you want. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. So it's only been a day, so I'm not really worried about it at this point. Okay, that's cool.
I'm a
Alright,
I'm
so
a
you
pretty
get-
sharp fella.
Yeah. No, I'm not worried about that either.
Maybe
so
like
I
an
was just
Arcana check, even like to see if I can possibly recreate it with Arcana or whatever you want.
I gotcha. Okay. No, I'm not even worried about you making a check. I was just it hasn't been that long. I was actually just wondering about the rule because I don't think there's anything in the spell about that.
Yeah,
So.
there is no set rule on that. I would just maybe roll like a intelligence check to see how close you get,
Yeah.
to see if maybe you have advantage or disadvantage on a persuasion check with it. Maybe something like that.
Okay.
If you want to.
Yeah, that's cool.
Maybe I'm
We'll
a little
see.
bit off.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
I'm gonna be
All right,
covered
so-
because I don't know when they're gonna come out, so I'm just gonna be covered, and then I'm just gonna cast the spell right away.
Okay. Cool. So you guys head north, I'm assuming, out that way, and then Strider, you're gonna cut through the trees.
Yeah, you need me to do a stealth check here?
Yeah. Let me get you guys to the right map. Hold on a second. Make sure that's all set. Okay. 1 second.
Hey, do you have my favorite terrain? Because
Do
you
I have-
imported the character, and I didn't know if you wanted me to just set what my favorite terrain was.
Oh, you can pick whatever you want. I don't care. As far as your terrain goes, whatever your heart desires.
Oh, are you a Strider? You're a ranger, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I mean, I don't remember all the classes. All the groupings. I know there's like forest. Like I have
I
to
don't-
look them up.
Do you have a favorite terrain, dude? I thought it's just a favorite enemy. And then you get advantage on when you're going through any wilderness and shit like that. I think it's your favorite enemy, right? I mean, I don't know if it's a different ranger class or what. And you should be using the new ranger class and not the new revised one, and not the PHP, because the PHP sucks.
So natural explorers
there
are particularly familiar with one type of natural environment and are adept at traveling and surviving in such regions. Choose one type of favorite terrain: Arctic coast, desert, forest, grassland, mountain, swamp, or the Underdark, and you make an intelligence or wisdom check related to your favorite terrain. Your proficiency bonus is doubled if you are using a skill that you're proficient in. While traveling for an hour or more in favorite terrain, I gain benefits. It goes on and on. I'm not going to read the entire thing, but that's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Sounds like it.
I think you should be using that, by the way, because everyone had a big problem with the ranger. If you're using it directly from the player's handbook, I don't know, but
I don't. I got to look at what you linked.
yeah. So they revised it, and it's just much better. But
I know I read at least 2 or 3 revisions to it actually, but I didn't see which one you linked yet, honestly. There was like so many addendums in the 5e that I had to try to catch up on.
Yeah.
It's on Unearth Arcana one you want to do, because there was actual flaws in the ranger. Like it didn't stack up for some reason.
Yeah, I was reading Unearth Arcana. There was like literally like at least one other addendum since then too. But yeah, I am using that.
I mean, there's right, but everyone's uses this for their main thing, and then you can pick whatever path you want
with the new archetypes and all.
Yeah, but this one gives you like advantage to your initiative and stuff like that. It just makes rangers more ranger-like.
Non-sucky.
Yeah, non-shit, basically.
I think they're still shit, but we're not gonna go there.
What? My favorite character ever.
Yeah, I'm not, since I'm playing them, I'm not gonna say any more than that. Let's just continue on.
Funny. All right.
I don't know if you're gonna make so good of a boat captain. I thought I assumed you were a thief, I didn't know you're a ranger.
That's why I'm relying on my crew and why I tried so hard to get you guys to run the ship for me for today. By crew, I mean my friends, my group party.
All right.
Well, people you're going to pay since you're captain, right?
Oh yeah, we're gonna pay after we make some money for these bandits.
I mean, you're paying us because you're the captain.
Yeah, after we get the money from these bandits, I'll pay you guys some money.
Okay.
Great.
My
All right.
photographer was my most wise boating role. He's just a land cartographer, unfortunately.
Cartographer that's never been on a boat. That was awesome. I was like, what?
I don't understand why that's not even realistic. I was trying to
here. You're on a boat talking to a guy about being a cartographer. He's not going to assume you're like a land cartographer.
I was trying to sell it to Shalrag, but I wasn't lying to him. Well, I was.
Yes, you were. He's not a cartographer.
You could have just said the ship's mage, and they would have been like, "Okay, well, never had a
Yeah,
visit before."
exactly.
Like freaked out
Yeah.
that there's a mage. I thought like people were afraid of magic.
Some
Some are.
but I think on the boat,
All right.
they're gonna want a mage.
This actually is the perfect time for me to tell you all about the haunting of the ship.
Oh, yeah, as we're walking out.
Yeah, since our captain is not around, I can whisper to you right now about the haunting.
And also, one thing, as we're walking, I have my bat ahead. I'm gonna look through the bat's eyes every once in a while.
You can lean on me when you do that.
Yeah.
How far ahead do you have the bat fly?
It can only go 100 feet.
So you have it at the max distance the whole time, or?
Yeah, it's gonna be up in the air, so it's probably gonna be like 70 feet, 30 feet up, so it can have a good distance that it can see around.
Okay, cool. Then I can
You want
probably
my
just
stealth to be in the tower or no?
Say again?
My stealth go in the tower or no?
Yep, should be. Yep.
Oh yeah, you're doing stealth. That's actually good. Okay. Now tell us about this ship.
You think you're pretty well hidden?
It's haunted by the spirits of its first crew, which all died under horrible circumstances, and anybody on the ship who is not wearing a piece of its original flag is in for a dire night.
Oh.
I thought maybe you might know something about how to remove those kinds of spirits.
Well, it sounds like this is why the ship was so easily given away. We might have gotten a bad deal out of this.
Yeah, the first mate said that's why the nobody seems to want to hold on to the ship besides the captain for very long.
From what I've read, you can most certainly get rid of hauntings, but they can be quite disastrous in the taking. Perhaps a remove curse, which I cannot cast at this time, but we could go to a priest, or otherwise we might have to vanquish such beast with spell and sword, I suppose. I've heard of people fighting ghosts and such. Perhaps that's possible. And sometimes I've read stories where ghosts and stuff, they require something to put them at rest or at peace. So those could all be the possibilities.
We'll need to take care of it sometime before we actually spend the night on this ship.
Oh yes, yes.
I knew you would have an idea of what to do.
Well, that's very. Thank you. Very
So do
wise.
I-
I assume you guys are talking, I'm assuming, as you're walking down the path.
Yeah.
Do I, since I'm stealthing and watching them, do I see them chatting it up? Do I hear anything?
How far away are you? You didn't say
I
that.
mean,
if
I
you're
was
just,
going in the
if you're
trees,
just
so I-
this far, then yes.
So I-
I message you. I can message you while we're walking. So basically, it's a one sentence we can say back and forth.
Oh yeah, but I
But
don't
I-
think Owen wants me to know that, so that's why he waited for me to not be there to say it. So you wouldn't message it to me, right? Unless you're going behind his back.
Yeah.
Unless you're going behind his back and kind of sharing it.
How
Yeah.
far away are you? from?
Yeah.
Are you
Again,
saying
I
this
would,
is your map here?
if I was saying it in feet, I would say I'm probably about 25 feet, just in the tree line, trying to keep myself hidden.
Okay, so you're right now, you're 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Yeah, that's about right. So that's perfect, right where you're at. That's about 25 feet. So each one of those squares is 5 feet.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, this
okay.
is real. Okay.
And
Yeah, this is accurate.
Alondo, the reason that I wanted to tell you this in confidence is the first mate doesn't have a lot of confidence in the new captain, and
Oh.
so I just wanted us to be discreet about keeping his confidence.
Oh,
That's
yes.
right. As Alondo's messaging it to me privately in my head. Nice job.
I was like about to say something. I was like, oh, then I guess I won't tell him.
Leroy starts singing. Oh, wanderers in the shadowed land, despair not, for through dark they stand. All woods there be must end at last, and see the open sun go past. Keeps going.
Awesome. So he's singing. So I'm assuming you kind of pause. Period. How often do you pause and look through your bat's eyes?
Probably every 15 minutes or so.
Okay. Let's see. You guys, so you're walking along. So you guys aren't moving at max movement. Okay.
He can steady himself on me. I'm quite large.
Okay. So you guys make it another, let's just say 15 feet up the road here, and then you stop and kind of do your thing and look through the bat's eyes, and you notice kind of up ahead, I'll just kind of expose the spot here. You notice that there is a wagon that appears to be on fire, and what appears to be 3 dead bodies around this wagon up here ahead.
Uh-oh.
I will look through my bat's eyes to take a closer look and look for anything else around, like anyone in the bushes over there.
Okay, make a perception check.
Leo, can you help these people?
Oh, I can try.
By the way, the bat has advantage on perception checks with that involve sound. So
Okay. You do notice that there. I'll make this map. I might as well just open this up. That's fine. 1 second.
also, you might want to make a bat available to me.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You do notice that there are indeed some people hiding throughout this area here. Find the right ones
Good to
here.
know.
There is one. You guys can see that there or not.
Oh, is it in the black?
Yeah, I don't know if you can see it or not. Hold on.
No, I can see them all. You revealed them all.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I see
One
5.
there. One there. One over here in the bushes.
So,
Here.
I message our captain. I message the captain. There are people over in the bushes. I should get into disguise now.
and I can message back, right?
You can, yeah. It's a 1 sentence. We can just keep passing sentences back.
I
and
just
forth.
say, you don't have to call me captain out here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just thought, Strider.
And then I say, where are they at?
They're in the bushes, just yonder. And I give you a description of where they're at. If you just go straight ahead, perhaps about 30 feet, there's 2 bushes straight ahead, and there are bushes to the southwest of the cart. But
So for attack type of reasons, would it be like I could see the guy from his description pretty much?
No, you don't. It's not like you all of a sudden get a mind's eye view of where they're at. But if you have a general description, when you move up, I'll give you advantage on your perception check to just be able to pick them out.
Okay, yeah. So that's kind of what I'm going for. Like, I'm kind of thinking, are they really back where they're at? Because I thought they had to walk closer by now, right?
Don't attack them yet. Let us find out information. Let me pose as the guy and dispose of them.
Hey,
I didn't attack anything, old man. Slow your roll.
Oh, okay.
You can make a perception check if you'd like to pick them out from where you're at there, Strider, if you want to be able to see exactly where they're at from his description.
And I wanted to see like if I see him, like what I see. If there's a guy waiting weapon, like
Sure.
that would. I don't know if that's obvious or not.
Yeah, so you definitely spot him with a 21. Yep, you can actually pick out all of them that he was mentioning. There's two in the bushes across the way. On the top there's one that's pretty close to you, 5, 10, 15, 20, about 35 feet away from you. There's a couple bedded down in the one in the bushes across the way there, and there's one kind of hiding below the edge of the ravine there. And looking, so.
And
you, on the other hand, Leroy, do not see them.
Oh, I don't get the advantage?
Oh, yeah, you would too, I guess so. Yeah, sure, because you give me the description. I'm sure he's talking out loud, right? You guys,
Yeah.
Orlando, you're talking out loud for them or not?
yeah, he just did it whisper to me because I'm not there.
I'm gonna message
what?
at this point. I'm gonna message everyone, and no, I'm not gonna talk out
Okay.
loud because that would
Okay.
be pretty silly.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
like,
Fair enough. You guys do get the impression that they know you're there. They know. They definitely know that you guys are coming up the path. So, just from their mannerisms and the way that they're kind of behaving, so they look ready to go.
I
So-
believe they know we're there and we're ready. So either we try to trick them, or if you guys wish to bounce their heads, make sure one is alive so that I can be this. What is his name?
The Regent. I don't remember his actual name.
No, what's his
He was.
what's his?
He's a
his-
magistrate.
Yeah, but
and
I did get his name. I can roll a
Petri.
what's that?
Petri.
Petri.
Mm-hmm.
This Petri fella. It's up to you guys. I think both would be just fine. I mean,
Let's play it your way first.
all right,
Yes, I agree.
then I will do it. As I say the magic words and I go take off my cloak. As I do that,
Cool.
I look like the magistrate.
Where do I see our group at right now? Do I see them back where they're at the beginning, or
Yeah, you can see him there.
that's where they're at? Okay.
There's a little bit where they're at right now. They're kind of just at the bottom of a little bit of a rise there. It rises out, goes to a little bit of a plateau, and then starts to head back down towards where that wagon is there. So you're
Alright.
kind of where you're at right now, Strider. You're just kind of skirting the edge of that little plateau area, and you're kind of tucked out of the way.
They can
Hey,
see
how
that-
high are these trees, by the way?
Yeah, they can see that person from like 50, 60 feet, right? Okay.
Yeah, you can see them from that far.
How high are
The
these
trees that are on the kind of the north side of the map are pretty tall, and the ones that are where Strider's at, those are probably about 8 foot tall. So they're not huge trees.
All right.
They're kind of
What
like
about the
scrub
north
trees.
trees? How big are those?
Those are big. Those are probably 25, 30 foot tall.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna call out. It is the magistrate, Patrice. You said, right?
Petri, yes.
It's the magistrate, Patrice. I order you to put down your arms. I have new orders for you.
So does that guy doesn't notice me, right? Because he didn't see me, right? My stealth is good.
You have no idea. You
No.
think you're hidden. Let's put it that way.
Okay, I think I'm hidden. I'm gonna try to sneak up behind this guy while he's yelling.
He says, "Oh boy."
So I'm creeping like this, slowly while he's yelling.
Yeah. Let's see. Nothing's changed. So, well, does he have to need to roll a new stealth check for that or not? He doesn't have to, right? It'd be the same stealth roll.
Yeah,
He
use the
should,
same
yeah.
stealth until he does a action.
Does
A
an
different
action,
right.
pretty
Yep.
much.
So, yeah. So you sneak up. He doesn't appear to notice you, although I will tell you that he's facing the direction you are, just so you know. So
Oh, I thought he was facing away. No, I wouldn't try to sneak up in front of him.
okay. So yeah,
I
so
thought he was
you would want to go back down, kind of around this way, then if you were going to try and sneak around.
Yeah, I'm trying to sneak up behind him. Yeah,
Yes,
so
he's kind of facing directly north here.
north. Okay, then yeah, I'd probably try to come up from this angle.
Okay. Okay. How close do you get? Because right now you're about 5, 10, 15, about 20 feet away.
Is there any other cover around me that I think I can still
Not
stealth
really.
behind?
No, not really. There's kind of where you're standing right now. There's a couple larger sized rocks that you can cover. You can crouch down behind and kind of still keep out of the way, but that distance between you and him is pretty wide open. So you'd have to sprint that if you wanted to get to him before something happened, kind of thing.
And do I feel like he would hear me if I just walked up while he was looking the other way?
You don't know.
I'm gonna wait here to see what happens while I'm still
Okay.
hidden.
Please announce who you are, so I may and come out. We have more plans to discuss.
You don't hear any response from anything or anyone, and you don't really see any movement.
I don't believe it is working, Magistrate.
Okay, so I'm thinking he's listening to the magistrate yelling for sure, and then since after he doesn't respond at all, I try to sneak up directly behind him in the open while he's not looking because I think he's distracted.
I'm gonna look through my bat real quick. Do I see this spider doing this?
Would you have all of a sudden broken off and looked through your bat's eyes in the middle of you talking to the whole group like that?
Well, no, I mean,
yeah, because they're not responding. I want to see what these guys are doing. That's what I'm doing.
I agree.
I'm thinking, but I'm just curious at what had happened to see, because I'm like, oh, wait a minute, they're not responding. Did they actually did they kind of look at each other uncomfortably or what?
That makes sense. That's good justification. Okay, so what do you do? So you'll see it. Go ahead, Strider. What are you gonna do? Walk up on him?
So I'm actually going to walk right up behind him, and I'm going to creep real slowly, listen while he's listening to the magistrate. And as long as he doesn't, nothing changes, I'm going to walk up behind him and put my knife to his throat, and I go, "Take it easy, buddy. Just come out real slowly."
Let's see. I'm gonna have him roll and see if he notices you.
So yeah.
You get within about you get pretty close, within about 5 feet of him, and all of a sudden you notice him catches something out of the corner of his eye, looks around, he says, "What? Brigand!" Yells.
So right as he does that, I try to grapple him and put my knife around, or grapple, knife, whatever it would be.
You get to roll initiative, is what you get to do. Everybody, roll initiative. Here comes combat.
My stealth failed me.
You did pretty well actually on your stealth roll, but he did really good on his perception check.
And I guess I was in the open too. Yeah, then.
And these guys are definitely being alert about it. I mean, they keep doing
perception
checks.
If they wouldn't have known you guys were there, on the path, then I would have let you, whatever. But
yeah, it makes sense.
I was hoping these guys were sent by the magistrate, but at least
How do I make sure that my token, when I roll initiative, gets in the turn order?
So you got to highlight your token first, and then and then roll initiative from your. If you roll it from your character sheet, you just got to highlight.
Why did mine say 23? Did I roll that wrong?
No, you probably have bonuses, don't you?
To initiative? Oh, I didn't even think I could. Okay, probably.
That'll work.
My favorite enemy is a humanoid.
You can't. You need to be more specific than that. Sorry, buddy.
Well, I mean, it depends on what ranger he's using. If he's using the new variant, then all humanoids are his favorite enemy.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to explain to you. It says it in there as humanoid is one of the options. We talked about this 3 months ago with the other routine.
But that means you hate all humans that hate humans.
What does it? It's my favorite enemy. Doesn't mean I hate them.
Yeah, it means you hate them.
It could just mean he's a bounty hunter.
It was 2 humanoids that killed my parents.
I mean, yeah, it could just mean he's a bounty hunter. It doesn't mean he has to hate.
Yeah, I'm not saying you can't do it. It's just.
Wait, do you have to hate your favorite enemy?
That's where all that comes from.
Yeah, I mean, it's generally assumed that.
I was kind of thinking
animosity.
I was thinking I studied them because they killed my parents.
That could also be it too.
Yeah. Wow, that's a lot of 19s. That's funny. All right. Is everybody roll? Let's see. One,
Yep.
two. Why are you in there twice, Leroy? Which one's right? 19
Oh,
or
the first one because the first one was the first one I rolled.
the 19? Okay.
No, it's 10.
Oh shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I changed it.
10 wasn't supposed to be it.
Oh,
It's okay. I re-put myself in there.
you did? Okay, cool.
So, just so I'm clear on how this goes down, I'm walking up behind him. He sees me right before I get to him, and he does. And then what happens? Nothing.
It's your turn. So you get
Screams
to
out,
do
"Brigand."
stuff.
Bring it, he says.
Brigand! Brigand, as in bandit, as in, yeah. Like, as in brigand, as in calling other brigands.
I would try to disarm him.
He's alerting his other people, so.
I would try to, since I'm right there, right in front of him, and he turns around, I would immediately try to disarm him, assuming he's holding a weapon.
So, disarm function is what?
It's like a variant roll. It's athletics versus athletics or acrobatics.
Okay. That's cool.
Acrobatics.
No, it's athletics for you, but it's acrobatics for him if he wants. Or athletics.
Oh,
Wait,
but
Whatever's better.
I can pick the one being attacked can pick between acrobatics and athletics, right?
Yes,
And then
yes.
and the attacker, it's athletics.
Yeah.
So do I put
Okay.
that in a tower, or?
No, just roll it, and then I'm gonna roll mine, and I'll let you know where it's at.
All right, Strider. So that's actually going to be athletics. So what's your strength? Or what's your athletics score, basically?
Oh, not acrobatics?
No,
No,
not for you.
athletics.
You have to use athletics.
Oh, okay. So should I just roll F like that?
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so
That's fine.
13. That's fine.
I thought you said acrobatics. I'm sorry.
Let's see, what are they gonna be? Let me look at their stats, make sure they get a bonus or not.
Well, he beats you.
You go. So describe what you do. You don't actually disarm him, but describe what you do.
Assume he has what, one weapon in the hand? Let's have a dagger.
So he's got a looks like a cutlass in his hand is what he's got. Or sorry, short sword, not a cutlass. Short sword in his hand.
So yeah, I would just be shocked when he turned around, and I would try to grab his arm and pull his cutlass out, and I miss. I
Yeah.
guess.
You reach out to try and grab a hold of his the short sword, and he's just a little quicker than you expect, and he actually jerks his arm to the side and draws the sword back, getting ready to attack.
And that would be my action for the turn.
You can still move too.
So if you move, he'll get a attack opportunity on you.
Yeah, if you move out of square, you can move around him within 5 feet, but if you move away from him by any means, he would get an attack of opportunity.
And that's all I could do is move right now, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm done.
Okay. That would be next is Wyatt says placeholder. I figure that out, but it's Elendo. Go ahead.
Placeholder. I have no placeholder. How dare you call me a placeholder? I said stand down. And then I am going to not do any of that other stuff, then firebolt. I'm gonna firebolt the guy in the guy that's straight ahead in the bush.
Okay. That is a hit. That is a hit.
You see a hot, almost white flame come out of my hand, and then it burns away through the bushes and straight, catching him off guard, straight in his side.
Nice. Fire damage.
Arr.
He looks in your direction, and kind of shrieks back a little bit.
I
and kinda
said
pulls his arm up.
stand down.
Okay, cool. Next are their turn. The one, let's see. Well, I'll just start with the one that's on Strider. He turns in your direction, seeing that you try to grab the short sword away from him and attempts to stab you. He goes right directly for your neck. And that is a miss, I'm assuming. What is your armor class? You know, off the top of your head, let me look.
16.
I know it's not a 9.
16.
16. All right, awesome. So yeah, he goes to stab you, shoots for your neck, and you're too quick for him, and he shoots right over the top of your shoulder. This bandit that's down here to the south sees the action happening and moves in your direction.
Does it look like they only have short swords?
No, they also have short bows on their back. So
Okay.
he moves in this direct. I'm sorry, not short, light crossbow, not a short bow, not a
Alright.
not a short bow. Moves up and gets within range, pulls his crossbow, and takes aim on Strider as well. And I didn't that roll. That's really weird. Okay.
Selected NPC action 2.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know what happened.
That is weird.
14. That's also a miss. Just misses over your other shoulder. Boom, hits the tree behind you, sticks in there. This bandit up top moves. Whoa. This space here. And also turns in your direction and fires with the crossbow.
And I'm just dodging and ducking.
Yeah, you did. You dodged and ducked 2 of the blows, but this one just narrowly aims your direction and just clips your shoulder. You dodge one direction and miss the one that hits the tree, and as you dodge, the other one comes across and clips you just in that shoulder. So can't dodge them all.
Does it matter that my armor is 16, or it doesn't come into play?
It does. That's why I hit 16.
Yeah,
is what
beats basically.
Oh, that's okay. I gotcha.
for 6 points of damage. Ooh.
Oof.
So that glancing blow that came across, you thought was just a glancing blow in the shoulder, and actually must have clipped an artery or something in your shoulder and your armpit there, because it's gushing pretty profusely there. Okay. The 2 in the trees up top here, the one that was fire bolted, steps out into the path here and takes a shot at the, let's see, this is 35 feet, so that's short range for a crossbow, and takes a shot in the direction. Are you standing behind like it looks there behind Leroy Alondo?
Yes.
So I'll say you have partial cover. He's going to try and hit you. Let's just say that, because you're the one that shot him with the firebolt. You can try. So you get a plus what, 2 for a partial? Is that right? Your own class?
Yeah, plus 2.
Okay.
Is he actually aiming at Alondo?
Yes, that's who he's trying to hit.
My AC with a plus 2 is 18.
He will also roll with disadvantage because my fighting style is protection.
Oh, but you're not within 5 feet of him. You have to be like right next to him and do that.
I'm right next to.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You moved there, right? Yeah, you're behind me.
I'm behind Lionel.
I mean, next level, I was thinking of taking that.
Next round for sure.
I'm sticking next to you because I know you're squishy. So.
Squishy. All right. If you would have stayed with him, that's fine. We'll go that route.
I probably would have went under behind the big guy anyways, because Lionel's like short, right? Whatever. Don't matter.
No, that's fine. That's where you're at. That's cool. All right. So with disadvantage,
I don't think he'll hit me anyways unless he gets a 20. Possible.
Nope.
Nah.
It is not possible. Although he rolled pretty good, but no. So yes, fires and misses completely. Shoots over top of you guys by quite a bit. He's still stunned from the firebolt to the shoulder there. So, and then this other guy in the tree makes his movement too. right here as well. And how far away are we on that one? Let's see. He's going to just shoot at the closest target there, so he's going to shoot at Leroy. 55 feet, so he's still good there. And misses completely.
Terrible.
Shoots
Yeah.
and he's such a rush running up into the path. He stumbles on some of the dirt there and shoots, and it just skips off the path in front of you guys and harmlessly goes to the side. So, and that's I want to make sure I got them all. And really is that okay? Cool. And yeah, so that's that. I probably should be doing my rolls in the GM role, huh? Not the just in the tower there.
It doesn't matter. I mean, for attacking, it doesn't matter. Like, we'll know if they hit or not, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Where's the initiative?
Yeah, the
did I
initiative
close
went
it?
away. Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Next would be Owen.
Owen, I'm going to go for the guy closest to me with my light crossbow.
Okay.
All right. So your shield isn't out then, right?
I do have a shield, yes.
Yeah. So you have to use a different weapon.
I can't.
You can drop it.
Yeah. Well, because dropping a shield takes an action. So he
It
wouldn't
does?
be able
It's
to
not a
attack
free
you.
action to
Yeah.
drop
Yeah,
the
it
shield?
does.
Yeah.
Yeah, doffing it is an action.
Oh,
Yeah, it's it is like really set in the rules. None of you guys really use a shield, so that's why we never encounter.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to drop my shield because I'm here to protect people. So I will just pull out my sword and wait.
are you holding action then for anything if somebody comes in range?
Just in case anybody comes within striking distance, I will attack with my.
Okay. Very good. Leroy, you are up.
All right. Me, on the other hand, I have a hand crossbow, so I can shoot it with one hand.
There you go.
Let me see.
Is that 1d6 for that, right? That damage?
Yeah. I'm gonna go here. Fire at the guy who's closest.
What's the range
Boom.
on it? So,
Oh boy. It's 30 feet, so I'm within
Okay.
range, and I crit, so 10 damage.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah. You take a shot at him and hit him kind of in the upper right shoulder, and you almost spin him around with that amount of power behind it, and he takes a stumble backwards and falls unconscious and dead right there on the spot. Since that was the one that was burned as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
By jolly,
I'm like,
you got him.
yes, but we have much more to go, my friends. You seem to have your protector, but meanwhile, I shall seek shelter in the tree. So I went 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, I'm going to use Tabaxi's speed to get up another 15 feet up this tree.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just climbing the side of the tree and like getting cover, basically.
That's a bonus action, right?
Tabaxi's speed is just a part of your move. You don't have to
Oh,
use
okay.
a bonus action.
Okay, didn't know. Is there a limit to how many times you can use it?
I can't use it again until I stop moving next round.
Okay.
So next round I can't move at all, and then I refresh it.
Okay.
Good to know. Next,
All right.
Strider.
So with a dual wield, can I attack 2 targets? How does it go down? Like I would try to attack the first one with my main hand weapon, and then depending on how that went, I would probably try to attack the second one. So I don't know if I can do that.
Does dual wield give you a bonus action, or is it a?
I think with the dual wield feat, I am allowed to attack with both. Is that right?
Let me look.
Because I have the dual wield feat.
Yeah, you just get your bonuses to it on your second
Yeah.
attack. But anyway,
Right, you don't get another attack. It just you don't take you basically have proficiency with both.
Oh yeah, I see. It says you can draw or stow 2 one-handed weapons. That's all. It doesn't say I can necessarily attack, right?
no, you can
Yeah, you don't
always
get an additional attack.
you
Right.
can attack even without that feat. You can attack. You just get your bonus.
Yeah, you
But
can
you-
attack if you have something. You can attack with both of them in the same round.
Yeah, I can attack with 2 targets. Like if well, I would attack the first one with my first weapon, and depending on if he went down or I hit him, or I would go from there. I would attack with both to the main target right in front of me.
Yeah.
You get 2 attacks. You only get 1 attack though, right? You don't get 2 right now.
No,
Do you?
you can attack with both hands in a round. It's just that if you don't have that feat, you're just not very good at it.
Wait, is it a feat or like a class thing?
It's a feat. I have the
Okay.
extra human variant. Pick a feat at level 1.
Okay, and you pick dual welder, right?
Yeah.
So you get +1 to your AC while you're wielding a separate melee weapon in each hand. You can use two-handed fighting even when the one-handed weapon you are wielding aren't light. So that means you can use like 2 long swords. You can draw or stow 2 one-handed weapons when you normally be able to draw or stow only 1.
Yeah. So if he had 2 actions or 2 attacks, he would actually get 4 in a round.
I got you. So I can attack with 2 with 1 action without having the bonus. Is that what you're saying?
Anybody can.
No,
Like
if you had 2 attacks, you would get 3 because the second weapon is a bonus. It's just a bonus action.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
still
gotcha.
doing a bonus action attack. He just
Yeah,
weapons.
yeah.
But I don't have a bonus action, right?
You do.
everybody does.
Yeah, everyone has one. Yeah.
Okay.
Just
So
a
it's a
regular
bonus action attack right now because of dual wield. So he can attack twice, is what he's saying. So
Right? Is that right?
Yep. You got it. Okay.
So I attack the first guy with my rapier.
Okay.
Which is I just click the rapier and I drag it on the guy in this one.
I think you just I don't know if you can drag it on him or not, but you can definitely just click it and then I'll tell you whether you hit him or not. That would be a miss.
Ooh.
Yeah. What weapon do you have in your offhand?
A short sword.
All right. Yeah, you can do that now. Bonus action.
Yeah, do it again. That is a hit.
Yay. Huzzah!
You have to click on short sword to do damage.
Yeah, right underneath it where it says short sword in the chat window. Click on that
Yep.
and then.
Oh, was that wrong?
No, just
Sorry.
click the one in the
The
chat
actual
window.
word in the chat window.
I
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. 5 points of damage.
All right.
Oof.
Yeah, 5.
Nice.
You take a stab and you get him right in the lower abdomen with a stab, and he's not happy at all. Cool. Great. Next is Elondo. Oh, you're gonna move? Sorry, you can move. Now you gotta remember, if you move out of range of him, you get an attack of opportunity. But you've also got 3 of them there. So whatever you want to do.
Hey, that guy behind him, he attacked me from 10 feet away. Is that how he can do that with a melee?
No, you used a crossbow.
Oh, I thought a third guy attacked me. Was it just 2? I thought the third guy used crossbow.
There's 3. The one that's right up on top of you attacked you with a short sword, and then the 2 that are kind of out there shot you with a crossbow.
Oh, they both did? Okay. So then, yeah, I'm just going to stay where I'm at.
Okay. Fair enough. Elondo, you are up.
Well, what are you going to do? Roland, do you wish to charge? Or should we find cover? I'm talking to Alan. Can you hear me? Can you
Who are
hear
you
me?
talking to?
Alan?
I hear you. Who are you talking to?
Okay. Charles' character? Owen. I'm sorry, Owen.
Owen.
Ah,
I was like,
fuck.
who?
I think you combined the 2 names, yours and his.
Yeah, you're Alondo. What's your question?
Like, hey, what are we gonna do, Elondo?
What am I gonna do? I'm talking to myself again. I'm old. What can I say?
And then you start to charge.
Yeah. No, Owen. Owen, what is it? Do you think we should get back or should we go forward?
We can push forward if you want.
I'll be right behind you. As you
All
see
right,
a little
let's go.
trickle of water go down my leg.
You hear Lyra shout down to you. You all can try to get cover if you do not want to be surrounded.
I think we can move forward if you want. If you need to
I'm
get in
gonna
range, my friend.
Firebolt the guy in front of us there. Yay.
Good hit. Yes.
Oh, by the way, I'm gonna have my bat on him. So
So you get what is it? Help action, right?
yeah, but it doesn't matter. I get a 16. It doesn't matter. Change anything. Ooh, that's a good roll.
Yeah, it is a good roll.
You see another white hot flame go over and it lights up all the trees, the surrounding trees by it, and then it hits this guy right in the crotch,
No.
and it burns.
Ah! He's not happy about that.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get you there. Oh, horrible.
Wonderful.
And then
All right. You move. Oh, you step behind.
Well, he's gonna go forward, so I kind of want to stay by him, but I can't. We can't hold action to move. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
he would have to move. He said he wanted to go forward. When did you guys go? Okay, I'm just gonna go forward in the direction. I'm unbeknownst to, so I was right there. So I'm unbeknownst. Well, oh God, I don't know. I'll just catch up with them next round. So go.
Still talking to himself.
Yeah. What do I do? What do I?
Okay, I just stand there.
See, what are you doing?
Runs up. Okay. Awesome. Bandit's turn. The one you just shot with the firebolt in the crotch definitely takes aim on you and decides he's going to engage. So he runs that direction. Maybe only 5:30. Can't make it to you, so he dashes in your direction and heads up there, prepared to stab you next attempt he gets.
Oh my! Oh, I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to.
And then the bandits that are down here on Strider, the one in front of him decides to use the short sword on him. And he misses, takes a swing, sails cleanly over your head. The one behind him steps around this area. Let's see. Yeah, there. Turns towards you. Attacks as well. Misses again. And
man, you're
the
lucky.
Yeah.
I'm laughing at these guys while I'm talking.
Yeah.
Moves right into this range
You
here
could take like 3 of them yourself almost.
and takes another swing.
Except for that.
Which is a hit. Can't dodge them all, right?
Can't dodge them all. What?
I mean, if only I was tanking, I could have dodged all these.
For a whopping 2 points of
You had
damage.
to go cowered in a tree. I thought.
Takes a swing at you and slashes you across the top of the thigh.
You said 2 points there?
2 whole points, yep.
This battle is quite interesting and fun.
Oh, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to run up because nobody's laying hands on my wizard while I'm here.
Oh,
Boom. Right here. This dude's getting my sword in his face.
in the
Okay.
face.
A little bit like this.
You
Oh.
just hit him.
Oh,
Just.
yay.
Ah,
5. Ugh.
better than nothing.
Yes, he you run up alongside of him and run him across the arm, and the arm not holding the short sword, there's a gigantic gash across there, and it's now hanging limp at his side.
You know, I would like to attack him again with my action surge.
Okay.
Not going to do any good sitting there.
Ooh, nice.
And indeed, again, you hit. Just hit. Nice job. Oh, and with that, you kill him. Tell me what you do.
I take with the first one goes this way, the other one is an X going the other way, and I just drop him and I'm like, "Don't touch my wizard."
Oh, oh. Why, we make
Awesome.
quite a good team. When?
I think
Yes, but we still have our companion being surrounded and stuck.
We'll go to him next. Just patience.
Hopefully he
Next
can handle it.
is Leroy.
Alrighty, so I've got a pretty good vantage point up in my tree, so I'm gonna try to snipe one of these guys.
Can you shoot that far?
I can, but I'll have disadvantage, which is whatever.
Okay.
But boom, 13.
Yes, you do.
Ooh, 5 piercing damage. Pachoo.
Which one did you hit?
The one down here, cause
Okay. All right.
like, oh, I will run in there next time. I had to recharge my legs.
Are they battery powered?
Are you
What
gonna
is a
move?
battery? No, I'm staying put because I have
Okay.
to in order to get my power back.
Did you say
Oh, I
recharge
got
the battery? Do you even know what a battery is?
Yeah, that's why we were struggling. Like, what the hell is a battery?
Yeah. Maybe some like future person came and visit you and kept talking about his batteries, and you're like,
Okay. Strider, you're up.
So I'm going to just attack the guy right in front of me with my rapier.
Ryder,
Mm-hmm.
where's your hobbit? Sorry.
Don't damage him, please.
Mhm.
That's definitely a hit.
Oof. Man. God, you are the luckiest noob.
21 and 20. That's about as good as you get right there.
Yeah.
Wait, which one were you hitting? The one below you, or
The one I
Right.
damaged right in front of me. I think yours is actually less damaged.
The
Oh,
one
okay.
you've been hitting, I think. So yeah, go ahead.
I
Did
think
you roll
they're
your
the same
damage?
damage, actually. They both took 5.
Oh, did they? I didn't even notice.
Yeah, they both have the same number.
Sorry.
Did he
I'm
roll
trying to-
damage? I didn't even see it. Pop
No,
up.
he didn't. He didn't.
Oh.
Yeah, you have to click on rapier.
Yeah, it's weird. You know, you can drag the chat out into a separate window, but
Yeah.
doing so causes it to not reload in the main window.
Oh.
So sorry, it's stupid. All right, I'm clicking it now.
There we go. Nice.
Oof. You definitely kill him. Tell me how you do it.
Dang.
You know, I just take my rapier and just slice downward across his chest, like literally slicing his chest open.
Ah, guts pool out, spill out on either side of him.
And then I immediately switch to the guy to my right as he goes down and attack with my short sword.
Nice.
Jesus.
My God, you are. we're
Which
so
one is this you're attacking? The one
The one,
directly
the one
below
to
you?
my
or the-
right that was damaged by the arrow I just saw go over my
Okay.
back.
No, below you. Okay, you rolled another attack. You had to roll damage.
Yeah, roll damage.
Remember to keep one alive. Ryder can fight.
All right, 4.
8, right?
No, it's 4 because he can only get 8 at level 2.
Oh, right. You
That's
don't
the
get
fighting
your
style.
bonus
Yeah.
to the damage, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah. You take a slash at him and catch him in kind of the chest area, and got a pretty good gash across the front, and he kind of you can tell it's a major wound there, but doesn't go down. Alundu, you are up.
Good show. Oh, wait. It's my turn. I should go. I can't really get a good view of that guy, can I? He's behind some bushes.
Not really. You don't really have a line of sight from there.
Well, I will just. He probably has cover, but I'll just fire at him anyway. Actually, I'm gonna. Will my bat reach there? 1, 2. Oh, my bat won't reach. So my bat's on the way over, but I'm gonna fire a firebolt. I don't know what you can just tell me.
You get disadvantage with that since you can't see, or how does that work?
No, you give him. He gets cover, so like a -2.
Oh, okay.
-2 is
That's
usually
fine.
cover.
Yeah, 2's fine.
But
2's fine.
you can do -5. I don't care. Whatever you.
No, that's fine. I'll let you know. Just gotta hit a 14, basically.
Oh, I missed.
You missed. You hit the tree. The tree is now got a little bit of burning going on the
Oh,
kind of the base.
rats.
Do not burn the forest down. You may anger the druids.
I didn't mean to do that. It was bad shot.
Cool.
And I move forward, thinking I'm invincible.
Wonderful. It is his turn. The bandit actually disengages. The one that you did not disembowel, which is this other one, I need to mark as disembowel because only one left. He disengages and backs up. And with the disengage, you get your full movement or only half your movement?
Your full movement.
Your full movement.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll be like 30 feet from.
He just can't
He
dash.
backs up to that location right there, and you hear all of a sudden an ear-piercing whistle that he
Ooh.
calls out. He puts his fingers in his mouth and whistles.
Oh. Old man's ears are quite sensitive.
I don't like the sound of that.
It is now Owen's turn.
Well, I'm going to dash after my wizard here. I'm not going to be able to catch up to that guy unless I dash. But I don't want to leave my wizard unattended. Ooh.
It's okay, go ahead.
All right, I'm going to chase after him.
Okay.
I won't be able to have an action once I get there, but I'm going to get right onto his tail.
Right. Okay. Next is Leroy.
And breaking through the bushes, running after him.
I don't like the sound of that whistling thing.
Can I
So-
roll a history or arcane? Is that magical?
You can roll.
So that guy right next to me, he disengaged or he's dead now? What?
He disengaged.
Why's he got an X on him?
Dead.
No, the guy
Oh.
below you killed him.
Yeah,
He died.
must have been dead.
You
Good,
deballed
okay, he
him.
did die? Okay. Which
Yeah.
guy whistled?
The guy that just backed up here, that's the one I'm clicking on right there.
Okay.
He backed away from you. He took a disengage action. He took no action, but he was able to get away from you without an attack of opportunity.
All right, I shot that guy who disengaged, and I did 8 damage.
Oh, you literally hit him in the side, and he goes down, laying down there. He is. You can tell that he's on the edge of life, but he is literally just like he's not taking any action. But he's laying on the ground there. It looks like he's bleeding out, but he's still conscious.
All right, someone knock him out. We'll need him
Wait,
alive.
don't keep him alive. Tie him up.
All right, that's my turn.
You don't move, you
Oh
stay
wait,
put.
what am I doing? We're still in
Yeah,
combat.
no,
Well, I'll get up I'll slide down 50 feet. 10, 15. I'll just walk there. And
Okay.
I'll
You're on the ground.
approach,
Okay.
basically, yeah.
All right. Strider, you are up. What you do?
I would go up to the guy that's looking like he's going down and just hit him in the head with my the back end of my rapier, just trying to
You
knock
want to
him
do temporary
unconscious.
damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't even need to roll. That's fine. He's not really putting up a fight. So you hit him hard enough, and he goes out for sure. Anything else you want to do?
Yeah, like I mean, can I try to start dragging him back with my action?
No, your action would have been to knock him out with the
bonus or whatever. Can I do that or no?
You have some more movement. You could move somewhere, but you can't start dragging him.
Okay.
You can do that next.
Well, then I would just back up a little bit since I'm a little wounded.
Okay. That's cool. Alendo?
Oh, yes. Well, I'm gonna come up and get some rope, and can someone assist me? I've read a lot about rope tying, but don't know if I have quite the dexterity. This.
Sure. You can get it. You can get to take advantage if you want. If I'm assuming.
Unconscious old man. I'm sure you can handle tying him up.
I'll give it a try. What do I roll? What's? I can't remember what rope tying. I did read It was something rope tying. What?
Acrobatics or dexter?
I guess sleight of hand might work.
Yeah, probably sleight of hand would be good.
You have to roll it on someone that's unconscious.
It's just
I mean,
to
just
see
in
how
case they wake up.
When they wake up,
Just
it's like
to
the
try to break
difficulty
up.
for them
just to
to
see
get
how
out.
good the knots are.
Yeah.
Definitely have
Actually,
them tied.
I should have did that in the tower.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. So you tie them up. Anything else you do?
Oh no, I just send my bat around to look at the exterior to see if there's anything else going on.
Okay. Your bat kind of loops around and flies in circles, and all of a sudden it picks up the sound of maybe running feet and some growling.
Oh dear, there's more coming.
We may want to get cover.
And on that turn, you see emerging from this cave over here, you see some creatures come running out.
Rats.
I hate creatures.
Okay.
They're
wait,
dogs.
Is it during my turn or?
This is their turn.
Okay. Rats.
So they come running out. Let's see. And head in this direction. So they have a movement. Let me look.
340.
I think it's a lot. 40, I think. 40. So 5, 10, 15, 30. So they run up here. One of them comes after you. And he attacks with a bite. This dog runs up and tries to take a bite out of your leg.
Oh, is he behind me? Is that where he's at?
I ran up behind you, next to you.
Hard to see. I was zoomed out so you can see like the whole battlefield.
Yeah.
I see.
But I'm within 5 feet of him, which once again gives him disadvantage.
He does get disadvantage. You are correct. That's good.
Oh, good show.
I get to step in front of you with my shield.
That's a good feat. Is that a feat or a...
No, it's my fighting style.
Yeah, he takes a bite at you and he misses. Next one comes running out.
I think I'm getting a hang of this combat stuff. That's gonna go to my head thinking.
It's handy when you have a human shield.
Next one runs right up in your face, basically, and attempts to jump on you.
Oh, go ahead, try.
I can only help you once per round, though.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sort of obviously pretty naive to combat. I'm like the wizard running up, so.
your AC is what, 17, you said? Is that right?
My AC is 16.
16, he missed. Next one runs out, tries to take a bite at you, and you're just too nimble. You're too nimble of an old guy.
Oh, yes, this is. Oh, I'd pick up my robe, but I do it so like eloquently and slow. It just kind of happens at the right time.
And one more also takes a bite at you. And that one hits.
Oh no, it doesn't. Shield.
Oh, shield! Goes to take a bite at you. Clearly right on target to do that, and rebounds off of the shield.
Does it have a bonus? Like
What?
an attack bonus?
Does the dog have an attack bonus?
Yeah.
Nope.
Like a okay.
These are not your typical pull them out of your monster manual dog. So
Even if I didn't see the roll, I would have did this. I mean, even if you would have hit, I would have put up a shield because it wasted a shield.
there you go. And the other one moves into range. It moves
Oh.
up, but does not move into range there. So there. Oh, and there's one more. Oops, I didn't see the other one there. Sorry.
Bye.
Sorry. moving in kind of a pack in that direction. So, all right. Next is
He can attack
Owen.
me.
He's
Who are
not
they?
close enough. No, this guy. Caddy corner. Can he attack? Yeah, he can actually.
If
Can
he
he?
didn't dash, yeah.
He didn't dash. No. So okay.
But I now have a 21 armor.
Miss.
Oh. Good show.
Maybe I should make the dog space you.
So, real quick, my dual wield feat, the +1 AC I get from having the 2 weapons right now, it's not actually counted in my AC, is it? Like
I don't know. What's your dexterity?
My dexterity is 6, 18.
18, so +4. What armor are you wearing?
1 second.
Leather.
Yeah.
Yeah, your AC is correct then.
16. So I don't
16
get one
is-
more for the dual wield.
No, you are getting the one more from dual wield.
Because your
Yep.
AC would be
4
15.
plus the.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be 15 without it. Yeah.
Gotcha. Thank you.
All right, Owen, you are up.
All right, doggy number 1 in front of me needs a taste of my blade. This one that's northeast of my quadrant.
Yep.
A little bit of this.
That is most definitely a hit. That is a crit, actually. Why didn't it show as a crit?
It does show as a crit.
It's because it's
Yeah, it's
green.
green.
Oh,
It's green,
I guess.
yeah.
And then
Is
it
it gonna be
should
big?
automatically do the damage too when you click on it.
Yeah, you should have to click it. Bastard sword.
Yeah.
There you
Oh,
go.
God.
23.
Bam! Deheaded that
Okay,
dog.
What describe that because he's dead like 3 times over. So
Because it's a slashing, it's literally just cutting him in half
oh,
from going upwards. So it just
that
kind of
flops off and lands in the burning wagon behind him. Actually, as you kill them all. So one dead doggy.
Hate the smell of burning hair.
And with that, I will step up into that square to present more of a target for them to take on.
Is that
Cool.
bandit down there still alive?
He's unconscious, but yes.
Oh, okay.
And tied up.
Just
Right?
making
tied
sure
up,
he
right.
wasn't like a threat or anything.
You don't believe so at this time, for sure. You are up, Leroy.
Using my tabaxi legs, I dash all the way down there, and then going to shoot one of these guys, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, 15, my bad. I didn't have
15?
disadvantage.
You hit
Yeah. 7 damage.
7. Which one did you shoot at, just out of curiosity?
Just that one, I guess.
Okay. You take a shot. He is in bad shape, but he's not down.
All right, then I pull my rapier out and say, "Oh, it's about time I got into the fray."
Oh, well, Matt. I'm meeting you here.
Yes, indeed.
You are up, Strider.
Yeah, I'm gonna come right around and right here and attack that one.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack with my rapier. Slowly.
Well, you're wounded, so you know.
I'm clicking on rapier. Nothing's happening.
You gotta click on the plus bonus. So in your character sheet, there has like a attack
I
bonus.
see. Thank you.
That is definitely a hit. Nice rolling.
What the heck? You're like a pro. You roll like nothing.
I mean, I don't think I've missed either.
don't think you
I
have
had
either.
disadvantage.
You guys have had some serious good rolling.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we've gotten really lucky.
Stick the dog in its side when it's distracted at getting ready to attack Owen, based on the fact that it just massacred one. You stick him right in the side, but he does not go down.
Up and then I'll be attacking him with the short sword as well.
Mm-hmm. Another hit. Nice work.
4 damage.
That kills him. Now describe how you kill that one.
I actually just cut the dog's head right off, straight like sliced at the neck.
Just directly chop it off, huh? Okay. Toast. Dead doggy. All right. Any other moving you're gonna do? You got probably a little bit of movement left, right?
3 targets left, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I drop back to here.
Okay. Melinda, you are up.
Oh, yes. Well, I'm out of tricks. I will disengage. Here. Round. Then I will have my bat, give the help action on that guy there for.
Cool. Next are the doggies. And let's just see. This one is going to run over here and attack. Actually, I guess it doesn't have to move, does it? Attack Owen since it's the closest target.
Come at me, dog.
You just killed his brethren. He's unhappy about that.
Come at me. No.
Is goes to bite and fails miserably. This other dog is going to move down here and attack Leroy. Leroy.
I've always hated felines. Nope,
Missed.
missed.
And this third doggy, which is
I always
remaining.
hated felines. You're like
I
a
mean,
feline.
canines.
yeah. I
I'm
was
a
gonna say felines. You hate yourself.
An attack as well.
I'm gonna have to play it to Boxy.
Yes. And Demise.
Oh yeah, they're pretty cool.
All right. Next is Owen.
Yes. We're gonna go for the dog in the southeast quadrant because that's closest to my wizard.
That's the one I give you the help action too, so you get advantage on it.
All right. It looks like that.
Not that you probably need it, but
19.
Oh, you did.
you
need
did need it
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Nice.
A little something like that.
Ooh.
Oh, you've literally cut off his front right leg, and he's still alive, but only hanging on by a thread. You moving or you staying put?
Actually, I am going to snarl and roar at the dogs to try and intimidate them
Oh,
after having just done that. To see if I can scare them away.
okay. It's very menacing. It sounds extremely loud and it scares the unconscious guy, but the dogs don't run.
Oh, no, that
Particularly
was
good.
loud.
Leroy, you are up.
Which one was the dog that I injured before?
The one that's down here on the south bottom. He's barely
All right.
functional.
I attack him. Bang! 9 damage.
Ghost. Describe how that guy dies.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like stick him through the mouth like a skewer, and then I'm gonna roast him. I'm like pick him up and roast him on this fire.
Wonderful.
Oh yes, I shall not go hungry today. I have canine.
I've read about adventurers eating dog on the road. It's supposed to be quite appetizing.
I'm sure it will be.
We could make. I got some radishes. We could make soup.
You two.
Strider, you are up.
I'm gonna head down right here and attack this little weeping puppy in front of me.
Mm-hmm. He's actually the only one that's not weakened, just so you know.
Not for long.
But
That's not my rolls.
That's not why.
I'm on Leroy's character sheet. Said, did it work right?
Oh, I mean, you still hit, but yeah,
I-
you were on my character sheet.
I clicked on his rapier, not mine.
Why did it work? That's weird.
It's
I
still
don't
the
know.
same
Because
bonus.
he has
It's-
access to my sheet.
The same roll.
so
It
he
doesn't matter.
Yeah,
accidentally
you
said-
got,
Curious
I
as
think
to
you
why
have the
it worked.
same bonus, so it doesn't matter.
He has
Okay.
like a +1 over me, so
Mine's
8
one
damage.
d8 plus 4. Is that what yours is?
No, but you do 1 more damage. It'll be 8 instead of 7.
Okay. Not dead, but hurting badly.
So click damage now.
I got
You
it
already
already.
did it.
Yeah, you did damage. It rolled it.
Yeah, I auto-rolled my damage on my sheet.
Yeah, I was so confused. I saw rapier and just clicked right away.
Yeah, if you want to like
getting so
only give me
excited.
access, you have to go to my sheet, Ben. Do only access for me, basically.
Oh, do you have? Everybody has access to yours. That's weird.
Yes, everyone has access to Leroy.
Yeah. Get it
Is that-
on with the pussy.
Now I'm attacking with short sword. I assume I hit, right?
I didn't see it. Hold on.
Yeah, 21 hits.
Yeah, for sure. And then how much damage did you do? Dead.
2.
Oh,
Yeah,
good show.
2 points.
Dead. There's one dead doggy.
Oof.
There is one left who is barely hanging on. We're just gonna say you finish him off. He's to the point where he's this is the one that had one leg missing. So he
He won't
You're
have
welcome.
it pretty soon.
mercilessly end his life. I'm assuming. So,
Yes.
all right. Very good. Nice work. We are now out of combat. So
Did we like miss any attacks? Like I think we only missed like 2 attacks the whole
I
time.
missed. I
don't think
missed
anybody missed.
2.
I don't think anybody
Yeah.
missed. Like
I missed-
once.
I missed
Lit the
twice.
tree on fire. That was it.
No, I missed a dog.
Oh, you missed a dog and you
Yeah.
missed that one bandit. Yep.
Oh. Good combat.
Ah,
isn't
you
so
see, when
bad.
you travel with Leroy, you will come to no harm.
Unless you're Strider.
Uh,
Oh yes, well I could have healed that up, but I had to cure that other guy's disease. So give me some time and you'll be all better.
this-
It's just a flesh wound.
let us. Well, I keep the cart from burning all the way. I use prestidigitation to put it out. It
Yep,
takes
okay.
a little bit longer, but yeah, I can only do like a little small bonfire at a time.
Okay.
In case we need it, and then, well, let us get our captive and.
Should we find out who these people are that got killed?
Yeah, I'd start checking their bodies.
Yeah, I'll do that. Check their body.
Loot some corpses.
Okay. You guys find somebody can roll it if you want. 3d6 for me.
Boo.
roll.
I'm gonna quit rolling from now on.
You find a total of 6 gold pieces between the 3 corpses that are there.
Woo.
Oh, you're checking the bandits though too, right?
Yeah, we're checking everybody.
Let's see.
We're checking
Yeah,
for any information, any notes, you know.
We got a crew to pay.
Yeah, actually, we should take all their weapons too, because you can give it to the crew or sell it. for
True.
Money.
Roll 5 more, 5d6 more.
I'm not allowed to roll anymore.
Woo!
Like, seriously.
You're awesome. I think that's 17 gold. You guys
Wow, that
find.
roll sucked.
That's
Yeah,
well
you
below
can't try very
average.
hard. Gotta try pretty
Oh
hard.
well.
What's that? Yeah, so 17 gold pieces. They all each one of them had a short sword and a light crossbow. They're in kind of average condition. They're nothing special, but they're not not in disrepair either. They also have leather armor on, so 2 of them do actually. The other ones don't seem to be wearing any armor at all. They're just kind of wearing some clothes, but they're pretty bloodstained at this point. The 3 bodies of around the cart there looks to be you don't really find any identifying marks on them. Looks like they're probably was maybe a satchel with some paperwork that's kind of been destroyed by the fire. It was in the bed of the wagon there, but there are some remnants of some looks like some drag marks that you can kind of find around the wagon that seem to kind of head back into the cave area back there. But the bodies, those 3 bodies are picked clean. They're just they have some clothes. You could take some of that stuff if you'd like, but there's nothing other personal belongings on them.
Yeah, anything that's identifiable for them, like any kind of symbol or anything they might have on them, holy symbols, take those, and I'll write down a basic description of them.
Okay.
Is there
Hey, I'm gonna try to sneak into this cave to see if there's anything else in there.
Well, I'll just set in my bets.
Is there anything identifiable on the brigands that we can take back as identifying?
We're gonna take back the one that we have tied up, Owen.
Well, just in case we didn't want to reveal that we have one that's alive.
Oh.
Is there anything identifying on them that's there?
I think we should take off one of their heads of the dead ones. That would be quite identifiable.
True. I thought like maybe a symbol or anything that they wore.
You don't really see anything on them that kind of identifies or seems to link them together at all, as far as
I lop one of their ears off and put it in my bag.
Okay. No problem.
Hey Ben, can I sneak inside this cave over here?
Yeah, sure. We can try that.
See, if there's anyone else in this place.
1 second on that. Uno momento.
Can I rest to get my health back?
No.
So tired.
Actually, we're gonna stop right there, I think, before you even get in the cave. How's that?
It is pretty late for you guys.
That's what I was just thinking.
Yeah.
There's super awesome stuff. No, I'm just kidding. But
what? No.
Well, at least I get XP.
Yes, indeed.
How do we divide up the gold, by the way? Is it like 17 divided by 4?
You guys have to decide that. I mean,
I think we should use it to pay the crew for the ship, guys. I mean, your guys are part of the crew, so obviously I feel like you get like double or triple what all the rest get. I won't take any money for myself.
Oh, Lord.
Well, there's 18 crew members, so
I'm donating my share to the crew. That's for sure.
I've already donated quite a bit to that crew, so I will take what is fair.
So it's like 4 each, and then
One Yep.
extra.
yeah,
for
4
the-
each, and then 4 to the crew, I guess.
Oh,
Well, there's not that
yeah,
much.
if he's not taking a share, then that goes to the crew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my share will. I'll give my share to it. Well, like, I'll just take it and give it to him when I get there, whatever.
Cool. Let me figure out one other thing.
4 gold is better than.
Guys will probably go up in level here, I bet.
Really?
I need 200 in order to go up.
You're gonna be close. Let's see.
I think we need 900. I don't think we'll both.
Yeah, you need like a lot more.
Oh, you
Are you
guys are
guys-
second level though.
Are you guys all level 2?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
are.
I'm the only level 1?
I'm
No.
level 1 as well.
Yeah.
You two.
You guys who are level 1 probably will. No, you're definitely not gonna as far as level to go to level 3, but
And if no one else grabs those weapons, I wrote them all down in armor. I don't know if I can carry that all, but
I don't
I
think
heard-
you'll be able to. But you guys have a wagon that's
Yes.
semi-functional. It's not in great shape, but
We'll take the wagon back. And we'll put the heads in the wagons and If we can manage, it'd be nice to take the innocent bodies back so they have a proper burial. Or we could send someone out here later.
I like the way you think.
Or perhaps
250 XP.
How much?
250?
each.
250.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, level up.
What number gets to level 2?
300.
Look it up. I don't remember.
If it's 300, that's good.
You should level up, didn't you?
Yeah, I'd be 170 over, yeah.
Man, these guys hardly even touched us, man. Crazy. We're getting lucky on combat because we haven't had anything really bad happen. It wasn't like there's quite a bit. I mean, there's 5 of them.
5 dogs too, right?
And only 4
5
of
dogs
us.
in 5 minutes.
Yeah. And we just cut them to pieces.
I tore some shit up in there.
I thought you were going down right at the
Yeah,
beginning
I
there.
thought so too,
Yeah.
actually. I was like, uh-oh.
You might get your wish on not having to play a ranger. That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh.
Well, wait a minute. If you don't like a ranger, why are you playing a ranger?
This is balls to the wall ranger. He copied the character over that I made before, so I mean I was fine with playing it. I don't really love it so far, but I'm gonna enjoy it and maybe even do some other stuff with him that I'm thinking about. I'm gonna make the best of him, see how it goes. If he dies, then I can do something.
Damn, I don't know what fighting style I should take, actually.
You can,
It's either
and, Alan, you
dueling
can
or
change it up
protection.
however you want too, just so you know. I'm completely fine if you want to play something else too.
Yeah, I switched my character on the fly. It's no.
I'm completely fine with it. If you want to, I'll just what happened to you will stay the same. But if you want to just pick a different class too, I don't have any problem with it.
I think I'm gonna stick with him.
Then I can't help it. I gotta take dueling.
You should.
I already
I need
have
the damage.
protection, so
I don't know.
Yeah, I was
For the
assuming since
character
you
I
already
had
it.
in mind, I was thinking a warrior might have been better for him. You know what I mean? It was, but it's like the same guy, the same story of this guy and all, and the same way I wanted to play him. But reading more about Ranger, I think a warrior would have fit a little better. But so I'll have to look at it. Right now, I'm good with this for now.
You could, I mean, usually so in the rules, it does state like up to 4th level, you're allowed to change your characters.
Does
You
it really?
didn't-
Okay.
You didn't really use any ranger abilities, really.
So you didn't use anything. Yeah.
All I have is
Yeah, if you
natural.
want to, you can be a fighter. That's fine.
Yeah.
You can just
I
switch
mean,
it.
it's up to the DM, of course, but
I don't care. No, I don't
Yeah,
care
he
at all.
said he could just switch. So
Cool.
yeah,
yeah,
definitely,
get smites.
definitely make your character like how you want them. While you're,
Yeah. You got to play something you like.
Well, yeah, I mean, and I thought this would best fit the character I wanted to make, but then as I read about it more afterwards, like in the down weeks, I was like, yeah, it might have been better if I chose something else. But cool, I'll have to look at it. Maybe I'll switch them before our next session.
Yep, that's cool.
Where's Divine Smite? There it is. Bloop.
fine.
Smite is the best.
Oh yeah, I'm
Oopsies.
arcane wizard. I can change. A lore wizard. I can change my deck.
By the way, I rolled my hit points.
I saw that. Yep.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
I couldn't
What'd you
help
get?
myself. I got an 8 out of 10.
Oh, you're
but
so
the plus
lucky.
2.
You're a lucky
Yeah, I got
fucking
lucky.
bastard. You're always lucky. Remember your other characters? You'd roll and you'd always roll fucking high. I was like, what the fuck?
On my warlock, yeah, Bojo. I rolled
Yeah,
Do I
high
have to
too
roll
and
because
just
I leveled
rolled
up?
high.
You what? Say it again.
Do I have to roll because I leveled up too?
You don't have
You
to. You can take
can.
average. I just
You
was.
can take the average too.
I just wanted to roll because I'm crazy.
I think in the
You could also-
beginning it
you
would
could also
be.
get a 1.
yeah,
Yeah.
you could get a 1.
I want to roll too.
Oh
How do I roll?
boy.
Just hit,
There you go.
click on hit die, and then it'll roll for you. On your character sheet, you'll see hit dice. You gotta hit that.
Uh-oh.
Hit
Yeah.
dice. Just click
Yeah,
on
yeah.
it where it says
Just
hit
click
dice.
on that, and it'll roll everything for you.
Dude.
Oh, no!
You
That's
rolled a
it.
1! No!
Oh, my
Well, your
God.
character you might be getting a new character much sooner than you think.
Wow.
What does that mean though? What do I add to and what do I do?
You only
You just
have
have 4
hit
HP,
points.
basically.
4
Basically, you
HP?
suck.
Yeah.
How does a
Oh.
ranger have a D4 for?
That's not right. Can't
No,
be.
they had a D10, but he just rolled a 1.
No, it
Oh,
says he had
shit.
D4 plus.
Oh, it does
3.
say he has a D4. Yeah, I don't. That's wrong.
Just
yeah,
roll. Hey,
you got to re-roll that.
Just roll it. Just roll a D10 and add 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Roll a D10. this
Yeah.
time.
Oh, so
Then-
you
yeah, I
get
don't
you
know
get
why.
redemption.
Yeah, I know. You get another chance.
D10 plus 3?
Yeah.
Yep. Here comes another one. You ready? Oh, that's a 10.
Oh! Woo! Good
Nice
show.
Ah,
Good
man,
show, lad.
redemption.
I guess you'll be alive
Now
with
you
us for
definitely-
longer.
That
Now you
sounds
definitely
fun.
have to re-roll a new character.
So that went from 1 to 10. That was pretty awesome. So
Yeah,
what do
That
I
was
add
pretty
now?
great. So you add
That's a
13 to whatever your
constitution.
hit points were before.
You basically doubled your hit points.
Yeah, you're
Yeah, yeah.
fucking smoking.
I almost doubled it. I got 2 lower than double. But that's fine.
And I still stay at my damage hit points though?
Yep.
Well, you don't
So you
level
get
up until you
long
rest anyways, but technically.
Long rest.
So I'm gonna say I long
Bye.
rested because I leveled up.
Fine.
Not
Right.
too much.
Right.
Just try.
Well, otherwise I wouldn't have leveled up yet, right?
Well, you guys are in the middle of. I mean, you're not in combat right now, but you also have one of your members that just decided to run inside of a cave. So
I mean, I snuck in there just to look. I'm not actually running in.
Well, I'm just saying, should I take away the level up points? You know what I mean? Because I can't level up then, right? If I'm
No,
not long rest.
just remember if we don't
fine.
rest, you have
it's fine.
okay.
I'm gonna put my current hit points back to 5, just so we know.
Look how tiny that bar is now. All right, cool.
So it goes.
I'm gonna have to put you guys up against like beholders next week, I think, or something like that. next
Yeah.
time.
Don't pull Aaron on us.
Oh yeah, I did that once and killed someone's thing like immediately.
That would do.
Yeah, he
No,
got, like,
I'm
a
not-
new
I'm not
pen,
gonna
and I just
deviate.
killed it.
I'm not gonna deviate from my plan. Eventually, the rolls will start going against you guys.
yeah. Eventually, we'll get unlucky. So
You're just gonna make it cocky. That's all.
For like an initial encounter like this, was that overly easy? I mean, I felt like I just seemed like it was the first people we ran into. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be like kill us all. We're all going to die, right? Or is it supposed to be?
no, but
Oh,
we would have
no,
should have
no.
got hit a little bit more. I mean, nothing happened hardly.
I mean, you're the only one that got hit at all. That's crazy, you know.
Well,
I mean,
to be
Oh,
fair,
fire,
my
fire.
class is 18, so
yeah. Well, you guys are all like crazy high powered. I know that, but that's it is what it is. It's just
yeah,
the odds. Just the odds are though you should have been hit. It's funny.
true.
I'm
why
actually I'm not very high powered because I only got like I think 1 ability score over the average that you get for when you put it out yourself. So
What's
My
the little
character's
net
low.
on somebody? Is that like entrapped? Is somebody entrapped over there? Oh,
Yeah,
that's the rope icon? I
That's
got
the
it.
guy that's tied up. Yep.
I thought he was like entangled or something, but then I understood it was the rope.
I just didn't want to forget the fact that he's not dead, but
You-
he's there.
you- you boat people should be doing the tie-in, by the way, because you'll be good at rope.
That's true. But you were just so excited about it.
Yeah,
That's right.
I've never done this before. It's new.
All right, guys. Awesome.
Cool.
Time.
Yeah, it was fun, man. Thank you.
It was good role play. Like we're all role playing, and that makes it so much funner. So,
Oh yeah. Especially when you can work it in during combat, that's good too, because
Yeah,
combat can sometimes get tedious.
Yeah.
So.
yeah.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
Bye.
All right.
Good night, everybody.
See ya.
Talk
Thanks for watching. Bye bye.